Check my mic. Check my mic. Check. What's going on, good people? Good people. How y'all doing, man? It's Friday again. We made it through another week. We having a good time. Oh, there she go. There go China. She got internet tonight. That's how we getting down. It's clear. You bright and clear tonight. See what you got. You found some activated. Got the curl back in it. Yes, sir. Well, all right. I saw CJ backstage a second ago. I'm pretty sure Keisha gonna tap in a moment. Everything good? Is everything good like a Fleetwood?
Yes, it is.
That's all we needed to know. That's all we needed to know. Well, let's get it started, y'all. Let's get the roll call started. Who is in the chat tonight? That's what we talking about. First up is Beth Mikey, the member, the family. Latu Haruna. What's going on, Latu? Dawn Kasaza. What's up, Dawn? It's Dawn Kasaza. Dawn Kasaza. I don't know why I do it. I just love to do it. What's going on, good people? CJ, connect your mic, champ. Connect your cam and your mic. Come on, man. Make it easy. Make it easy. Linda Evelyn in the house. What's up, Linda? Y'all better get on in here. Kimberly Ortiz. Caution to the wind. Jennifer. What's up, Jen? Danita Joe in the building. I see you, Danita Joe. Melissa Smith. What's up, Shawnee? Shawnee came down to get down. Yes. I see you. There go China in the chat. Kimberly Ortiz in the building. What's up, Melissa? Felicia Brown came to get down. Yeah, liberty. Yeah, that's the commercial I know. That's what I do. Nim, the scribing journalist. All right, Miss Nims and them. Mojo. What's up, Mojo? Librarian. Illuminating manuscripts in the building. I see you. Kim G. Aloha. Is that you, Rockwell? Came through. We appreciate you. Victory. I see you, Beth and Shawnee, Kathy Miller, Rockwell Mojo, Andrea Espute. I see you. Q Queet Award 1. What's up, family? Come on in. Everybody, come on in. What's up, Autumn Marie? Let's get on in here. Let's get in here, family. Get on up in here. Y'all better do it. Y'all better act like you know how to do it. Come on, Green Cream in the building. Whoo, Kim G. What's up, Kim G? Yeah. How you doing, China?
I'm doing good.
Oh boy. Man, oh man. Oh boy, I'm tired. What's up, Honeybee Lee? Yeah. Well, let me shout out the family and the sponsorship here while we waiting on Keisha to load in and lock in and jump in there. First of all, we're gonna say I appreciate the Miss Danita Joe. Yeah, I seen you. Yeah, Miss Danita, I appreciate you. And my girl, hey, yo, and none other. Never be another. He was my brother. Trouble T. Roy. My girl, Connie Barnes. Look here, y'all. What we not going to do is pretend about the lovely people. The lovely people that show the love, the support. CJ, what you doing, bro? You say you got to connect your mic and your cam before you can be added to the stream, baby.
Hope you got a shirt on this time.
CJ went up in there and said, look here, we about to have the OnlyFans page up and everything.
Oh my God.
We about to get down with the get down. Yeah. So get ready. Did I leave out Patrice? Bing. Yeah, my bad, Patrice. I know. Sometimes I do that. Okay, well, I guess they're going to join in a minute. Come on, CJ, get it together, champ. Put the mic in there, man. Put your mic and your cam before you can get in the chat. You must have did something new because I never had to set this up for you before, CJ. You dig? Come on, man. Get the sugar daddy out your ear. Come on, champ. There you go. And while we waiting on Keisha, how you doing tonight, China? How is everything? We ain't seen you in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you got a new hairdo and everything.
Life is good. It's good.
Life is good.
Yes.
New house, everything. Just life, and huh?
Yeah.
Did you think this way just 2 years ago? Did you think you would see this just 2 years ago?
No.
Didn't even think that you would see it in that amount of time. Didn't even think it. And look at you. Already living it.
Oh yeah.
How you like that?
It's nice. I mean, they coming in tomorrow, do a whole new bathroom, 6:00 in the morning.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. I mean, I got one of those that I had to put some work into, but I'm making it my own,
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yep.
That's how you do it. So many people, so many people think that this is impossible. They think that you got to have, of course, for you, Keisha, of course. They be thinking you need 10 trillion, to pull it together and bow.
Nope. I'm working a lot, getting my own business is next,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Come
Sky's
on.
the limit for me at this
Come
point.
on now. You doing a whole lot over there. You're doing a whole lot of winning over there.
Yes, it's overdue.
My. And so many people think that we never get paid for our good deeds. So many people believe that no, not me. It'll never happen for me. What you think, China? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is sometimes I'm gonna say me, I got comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get out of that comfort zone to reach my potential. And that's why I'm like I said, when I set that deadline, I hit the ground running.
Hit the
And
ground running.
yes, and I'm like a train full steam ahead. Ain't no stopping me right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There
Yeah,
you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You got to do it that way. You got to
yeah,
get out here and set yourself apart and do what you do. Come on, Keish. What you doing, Keish? I put it in there, didn't I?
yeah. You did.
What we doing? Keish, what y'all doing? What y'all backstage doing?
And thanks, guys.
Well, look, we're going to bring them on in when they come in. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. It's Friday night, and the question of the day. My main man, Willpower, creeping through the door with his faux. There you go. There you go. I synced him. I
Technical
synced you, champ.
difficulties. I'm trying.
That you over there, Keith.
Sorry.
You
Yes,
made it.
I'm having
Okay.
technical difficulties.
Have a little technical
Yes, it's very difficult
difficulties.
right now.
Right on.
How's
You do right
everybody
on.
doing?
You good?
Congratulations, China.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
I was able
Mm-hmm.
to get stuff, so congratulations. Yay.
Thank you.
What y'all think that hey China, how you think the X feel about all of just the direction of your life at this point? How do you think they feel?
Like,
Hold up. I'm gonna take China down memory lane real quick, y'all. Because China was she was getting in her feelings one time when I said something about, man, it's gonna come a time in your life you gonna feel you need to pray for your ex. Did I say that?
you
First
did.
of all,
You did. You want to know what I said? Did he freeze?
nah, Raquel, I ain't missing no T in the title up there tonight.
Yes, you
Spelled it
did.
right.
No, you did not.
Oh my goodness, yes I did. My bad. Let me stop. I said it wrong and read it wrong. Good gracious. It's supposed to say, is there anything new to learn about the narcissist? Good gracious, you right. Well, hey, that's my MO. You know what I'm saying? I went to public school. It happens. I went to public school and I had my keyboard on. I have an old MacBook Pro, an old one. Okay, this is a 2019 over here. That's old in computer years. You know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna get another one? I am not. No, I am not.
But you know what? To answer your question, what he thinking? He
What you
probably like,
thinking, Tom?
damn, Gina.
No, man. And we was taught, we be somewhere thinking that they have no regrets.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
They have
We be
all
somewhere
the
thinking
regrets.
that they have no
Okay.
regrets, that they have got it together. Okay, there we go. CJ in the house. What's up, CJ? How you feeling, champ?
Hey, CJ.
What's up? Can you hear me?
We do.
Mhm.
You good?
Okay.
So
Okay.
we be somewhere thinking that, that man, they ain't even thinking about me. And and they happy somewhere. And their life is good somewhere. Hey China, do you think that?
No, not the way he was calling. I found out why.
Whoo.
Child
Ain't that
support
so?
finally found that butt.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Mm-mm-mm.
By the time I found out that they was taking money for him, I had 5 checks waiting on me.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Yes. Because that's
Yeah.
how much I wasn't pursuing it. And, I didn't update my address and everything. And then I found out they were looking for me. So I called. It was like, we have 5 checks sitting waiting on you. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to need that.
Let me get that up off y'all since y'all got some money over there. Run me that. Run me that right there.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
say we're employed. I don't think
Hey,
like
I
ever
get
be
it. I
employed.
got it. I get it. I'm
They may
feeling it.
change their identity before they get a job and let anything happen with them with that.
Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, I say that all to say that, man, oh
I'm
man,
using a
if
portable
you
keyboard
think,
thing, so sorry, Star. I'm trying to answer your question. I'm gonna try
hmm?
again.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody who's still wondering what if, who's still thinking, could it be, could they be, is it possible that they're winning? Is it possible?
Sometimes,
No,
No.
sometimes, man, sometimes narcs do be. It appears that they winning. You know what I mean? Because we got a society that really accepts that type of behavior, and
But
I be seeing
does it
videos where
really
people
accept it?
say what?
Does society really accept the behavior, or does society, some parts of society, make excuses for the behavior to make it seem acceptable?
it's an
And I say
illusion.
that based on, like that rap girl with the red in her name. I don't even want to say the thing, but they tried to play it up like she really the biggest thing on the world right now and just the absolute raunchiest. But when they tried to show record sales, nothing. They tried to put her on tour and couldn't even shucks. They couldn't fill up the bathroom with people, to go see her.
Mhm. And
So,
that's
and I'm
all like
saying that to
that's
say, does
society.
society really accept it?
No, and they're not happy. Like I mean, they come through the practice all the time. They're never happy. It's all an illusion. On the inside of them,
Oh,
like they are the type of people they can get all the way dressed up, made up, just for a picture for social media, and that's
that's
the
it,
main event of they day. That's it.
man.
And
Y'all,
it seems like they're happy. They can
whew,
do backdrops in other places. They can make it look like they're traveling. I mean, they can make a whole false identity profile, make up degrees and everything. The law actually said it's not technically illegal if they just said they're getting like a degree or whatever. It's some wording that they know with their criminal minds on how to fake a complete professional profile, and it make like us look like, oh well, maybe they're successful, or maybe they did get it together, or maybe this other person put them on the map. No, they are the same low down dirty person that they were when they were with you,
And
that's
the
it.
and
they were with
the
everybody else before you. They don't change. Like I've never seen them change. I'm not saying they can't be a supernatural experience, because anything is possible. Like there can be a supernatural experience. I just have not seen that. Maybe it happens in jail. I don't know. Maybe in a nursing home. I don't know. But
you know
I've
what?
never seen it.
That's the thing. They're never going to let you see them down. These people can be literally homeless and take pictures in new clothes. It's all about that validation that they get from people, and that's all they care about. They don't care about, their circumstances, because it's always somebody that's going to enable them. It's always
Hmm.
somebody out there that's going to look out for them no matter what. And they be knowing they grimy and they still look out for them. And that's why they surround themselves with like-minded people, because they're not going to judge them. They're just going to enable that behavior. So yes, people, society make excuses for them as well as accepting it. They do both.
Hmm. And Rachel, I want to answer yours. Yeah, a lot of people do believe that. And that's how I got caught up with two narc pastors. They're not believers at all. Like they will twist the. What will happen is that you will become imprisoned with scripture. Anything you do is like you're not being submissive. You're a witch. You're doing this stuff. God is mad at you. Like it's all kind of crazy things You won't even be able to use the phone. They'll take the phone out your hand like you're here to serve me. It's like so much insanity that happens when they get a title as a pastor, self-made. Okay, it's not like they were ordained officially or anything like that. They just go on the internet, you pay a little price, you got a whole pastor certificate, you go out to the place, you put a little 501c3, you got a way to extort money. They learn that in prison. That's what they do. So they don't change, even though God can change them. He can change anybody. They don't want him. What they want is to sleep with everybody, men and women. Then they want to get everybody money, and it's going into their fund for whatever they want to buy. It's not going into helping the homeless. It's not going into all of these other type of funds that it's supposed to go into. They got the Forever Building Fund. It's not no building. It's not going into that. It's going into whatever they want to have it go to, so they don't have to work where you should be working. They feel like, no, I'm doing this full time, but they wicked. Everything is a scam with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of vulnerable people that go into those buildings, and God really do love them. That's why they got a hard price to pay. People think that these people are getting away with everything. They're not. They are not. They live miserable lives where they have to have a parasitic leeching type of lifestyle off of other people until other people get tired of them. And it's crazy. It's insanity. They should put them on the front line. Go let them fight for the country or something. I don't know. Put them out there.
Or in front of a firing squad or something.
Beam them up.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the panel this evening, we got a question. But first, let me read Ms. Nim's super chat. Ms. Nims, can I say thank you? Thank you so much for starting us out with the super chat tonight. I appreciate the love. Nim, the scribing journalist, says the narcissist doesn't evolve, the survivor does. Every repeat reveals what our soul once ignored. Chaos stays the same, but our awareness grows roots. Wisdom isn't in what they show, it's in what we finally stop believing. Good God. Is it me, or is Ms. Nims getting deep on us, y'all? I mean, the last 2 weeks she been in the chat dropping it.
Yeah.
And that is so real right there. The wisdom isn't in what they show, because it surely is not. It's in what we finally stop believing. That is, I'm telling y'all, man, that is the cure to this. You wonder why you in pain somewhere and how to make it stop? When you finally get to that place where you stop believing, or listen, if you can't stop believing, then start believing. Start trusting. The narc is showing you who they are. Once you start trusting it, because our biggest issue is we believe everything about them that's not true and none of the things that are true.
Oh, we believe it. We just don't want to see it. There's a big difference. Sometimes when you addicted to somebody, you don't want to let it go. You don't want to let that high go. We love that roller coaster, that up and down, that pain, that soothing. They give it to us all in every which way. They give us the pain. Then they give us the cure for it. Then they give us the pain again. That's how they get us addicted to them. And that's what we love. And we choose to overlook the things that hurt us, because once they hurt us, all they have to do is give a fake apology and give us fake affection.
Well, see, that's the thing though. When we listening to that apology, that means we still believe. We still believe that they aren't who they have shown us they are. It's not, I feel that it's not until we get to that true place where we just like, look, you know what? I'm gonna have to learn how to love you from a distance. When we get to that place, that, in my opinion, is when you can see the healing in us, because now we believe it's no fixing this person. But as far as it's us still talking to them, we still communicating with that person. You communicate with a narcissist not because I have to. You don't have to. A narcissist shows you during the entanglement that they can go infinite time without talking to you, without discussing anything with you. They show
Yeah.
you that. So for you to say, well, I gotta talk to them though. Again, we can make up excuses. We can make up excuses all we want about, you know, how we have to and we have children together, so I have to do that. No, you don't. The one thing about us, man, is human beings, when your mind is made up about something, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. There's nothing that's going to be able to stop you, and it's nothing that's going to get in your way once you make your mind up.
It's not like we really at well at one point, it's not like we really. Some people don't know that they dealing with a narcissist. I was friends with a person like that for like 19 years, and I used to always like pull him to the side. You know what I mean? To talk to him and tell him, bro, like you are very selfish, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about since we was kids. You know what I mean? I used to tell him like, bro, you see how I look out for you, man. When you ain't got it, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I got you. And I used to think that's because he probably didn't know no better,
Yep.
or I used to think that I could, be a good example for him. I didn't know that I was dealing with a covert narcissistic type of person at that time. I didn't even know what narcissism was. But it's like we be trying to coach them and teach them, hey, man, don't you see how I'm treating you? Can't you just treat me the same way? And you be in relationships with people doing the same thing, you know what I mean? Trying to be a good example. You didn't know you was dealing with a narcissist, and you didn't really even want to accept it. But like she said, man, you get to the point when you get that wisdom and you realize that you are lying to yourself about this person's character. And you get to the point where you have to accept this is who they are. Now, how am I going to respond to that? And the best thing to
Mhm.
do is to get away from them or love them from a distance. Because I got family members who I did like that. I kept going through betrayal after betrayal after betrayal with certain family members. And I just had to accept the fact that I'm going to have to love them from a distance because they're gonna end up hurting me worse than what I'm already hurting.
There you go.
Or somebody gonna end up going to jail. I done had charges pressed on me and everything. You know what I mean? So it's best to just back up off of people, once
That's
they
it.
show you who they really are.
But you
That's
know
it.
what? And that's hard. When you used to being around somebody for so long and then you have to cut them off. That's hard. And that's the part that we don't want to deal with. That's where the pain comes from, and no longer having that person. And because I feel it with my kids when I have to do it. And I think about how that I feel like they all in the world alone without my guidance, even though they're not open to it. You just don't want to feel like that you're leaving them out there for this cold world,
Mm. You
to
know,
attack them.
that's true. I think going through this process, I was able, I was taught that this is how God loves us. He gives us children to show us. Yeah. Remember when you did this? Remember when that? You remember when such and such? He gives us children, but it shows me that this is how God treats us. He's like, hey, you know what? I love you. I ain't gonna stop loving you, but I will cut you off though.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. When we get to a certain place, God is like, look, man, I'm gonna cut you off and I'm gonna let some painful things happen to you. That's what it's like. And as much as it hurts, we look at God like, ain't hurting you to see me go through this suffering. And it is. It is. It actually hurts God to see us have to go through suffering because we hard headed. When he
And a lot,
watching us in these relationships and we just won't get it together, he's showing us. He's saying, look, hold it. I'm showing you what's up with this person. I'm giving you the cheat sheet, and look at you. You still there. You don't believe it. You still listening to that person. You still letting that person just dog you out, run you back and forth, take everything from you. You're gonna let them break you down to zero, and then you're gonna come crying back to God. Why would you let me go through this? Why am I going through this? And and we don't ever just take that accountability piece and say, wow, why am I allowing myself to be put through such when all I
and
got to do is
what
stop?
what we gotta do, like, it's two different scenarios when it comes to the relationship. Well, if you was in a demonic soul tie, that's just, you were just with the devil. And at some point you have to really understand, I'm with the devil or the enemy. I am not with somebody that God said be with. And that becomes idolatry. So you have to get out of idolatry before any type of working can happen, because God, he just don't do that. He's not about to be in all that mess. That's just not him. But when they up there manifesting, them things do have the ability to unalive you. They out to steal, kill, and destroy. That's the go-to. And that's always been a go-to on how that whole kingdom operate. So you don't even, the relationship, that just got to be cut off. And it's more of an addiction than anything else. So you will go through the withdrawals, do your little trimmers and everything. That's gonna last about maybe 2 or 3 months. You might go through the shakes if you ain't trying to just like rack them up. Then you gonna be okay. Like your brain chemistry is start adapting to that. And then you start releasing dopamine other ways, completing goals or doing other things, and releasing dopamine. And that'll help sustain. But don't talk to them that are evil and that's out to destroy you just because it's an addiction. That's like crack. Crack will destroy you, and meth will destroy you. But
But
it
Sound
you
like
know,
what you
manipulates
talking about,
dopamine.
heroin. Sound like you was talking
It-
about heroin.
all of it will. But as far as
but
the dopamine,
hold it.
crack and
How
meth will
you
kind
gonna
of
say?
manipulate
How you
dopamine
gonna
a
just
little
gonna
bit more.
say that they got the power to kill, steal, and destroy? Who they got the
That's
power
what
to
they
kill?
do. The
Who they
power
got the
is
power to
given to
kill?
them when it becomes your idol. When you make sacrifices and dedications to an idol. So when it becomes your idol, you give the power to them. They don't just come in having it. You give it to them
See,
willfully.
know what? That's all fine and dandy, to cut them off. But I think that's cool with like siblings, aunts and uncles in a relationship. But it's hard with kids because if one of my kids was to pass away, I wouldn't be able to live with myself, even if I cut them off. And so, because that's a part of me that
I didn't, not with the children. The
I,
children the children is boundaries. Like with the children, because those are your children, you love them and you just pray for them, but you have strong boundaries. Like, I can give emotional support. Like, I have about 3 minutes where I can give emotional support if they on some narcissist stuff, and no monetary support. I'm not giving like any type of good support, but I'll give you 3 minutes to talk. And that kind of, when you put structure on it, they'll start respecting those boundaries. And then it'll kind of,
Mm-hmm.
they'll start earning. It's more of a reward system. Children are a little bit more to kind of help mold, even if they're older, done that way. And God got to be in the mix, because it worked. Like, it does work. That's a
That's
system that I've
hey,
tried and applied.
that's why I'm glad I have the belief system that I have because you know what I mean. The nation comes first with me. My nation is my people, my community, and anything or anybody that is violating that, I don't deal with them. That's why God was telling, was it Abraham? You know what I mean? If you are you willing to sacrifice your son for me? He wasn't just saying that just to be saying that. What he was saying is you got people in your family, even your own children, could sometimes give in to that satanic energy, man, and they can become the enemy if they choose to do that. As
Mm-hmm.
long as I put the nation, I put my God first. And if you are disrespecting that and going against that, then I have to look at you like an op. I even tell my daughter, you know what I mean, certain things about her behavior. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to behave like this. I don't want you acting like that. I try to teach her accountability. But at the same time, sometimes I really do think like, man, what if your daughter grow up and be a narc? How would you deal with that? You know what I mean? It must really be tough, China. I'm not saying that it's easy. But at the same time, man, if anybody, I don't like narcs, man. Anybody close to me really become a narc, hey, man, you are not on my team no more, man. You know what I mean? And it ain't nothing I can do for you,
There you go.
With
for real.
children, you got
There you go.
authority. Like in God, there's an authority to the anointing. So, father or husband, man, woman, children. So the woman still has authority over the children. Man got authority over women and children, but women still got authority over children. When you really go to the throne and intercede on behalf of them children, when you dealing with them Lord demons, you ain't gonna be able to wrestle that. It's not flesh and blood, but God can, and it'll be a whole different atmosphere when they come into the home. Like they won't even manifest. And then if it get really out of hand, slap deliverance. I'm not saying do slap deliverance if they'll call the police on you, but you might have to sometimes with these children. But that's only if you've tried everything else. But they will be able to be sustained, if you going to the throne, if you're praying and you're doing all of that stuff over them based on that authority.
That's why that's why having a code of conduct is necessary. Like your family, some family got values and principles. If you go against that, you will be ostracized from the family. I think our problem as a community, as Black people especially, we don't have that. We don't stand for nothing. We don't have a goal we're trying to reach. So everybody can just do anything and it's accepted. But see, when you have some type of structure, code of conduct, and you have a system that we all gonna abide by. If you break those rules and go against the grain, you're not one of us. It don't matter who you is. Nobody is above nobody. You don't get no special treatments no more. You ain't showing up to the family cookout and we all know that you slept with such and such's wife. You know what I mean? And all of this, we be tolerating BS, pedophiles,
Yeah.
uh just we don't stand for nothing. That's like I said, I'm glad I have the spiritual belief that I have to show me an example of restrictive laws and to show me the rules that you should try to uphold as well as the people around you. We can't just allow anything to be going on. We got too much of that going on, and then we be wondering why we dealing with this sickness out here, where you got people betraying each other back to back. You got people saying that they women when they men, men saying they women, and it's just it's too much degenerate behavior that's being accepted. That's why you got some people saying bring back shame. You know what I mean? We got to
Yeah,
stand for something. And if our children, and we got to be an example for our children, if they choose to go against the grain, then they got to deal with the repercussions of making that choice, even if
Well,
we
but
love them.
you gotta
what
you
this
gotta
is
think though. We live in a society that is pushing and has been pushing for the last 50 plus years. Have been pushing an independent mindset, a mindset of no rules, no restrictions, no leadership. Okay. And they've been pushing it on children. When I was in elementary school, that's when they stopped discipline in schools. They took they took God
Prayer
out
out.
of prayer
Yeah.
out of schools back then. So, that was the beginning of this end. Well, that wasn't the beginning because there was stuff going on before that. But that's a part of what is bringing us to where we are now. And the thing about it, the way I see it is everything that's going on out here is going on And it should be exactly the way it is, because it has to, in order for us to be and get into that place that you are describing, we have to see how degenerate, how ignorant
Yeah,
this world can really show. It's showing, it's proven itself that it's not worthy of leadership, that it's not worthy of even being in existence.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
proven
You know
itself.
what? But it's so it's so messed up now because America is now allowed to show who we really are. We are the most evil country out of all countries. We
yeah.
have done some things to other people that is inhumane. And then we sit there and we try to cover it up like it never happened. And then you're shamed for bringing it up because other people don't want to face that part of history, what was done to us. And the reason the Black community cannot have anything because we have that crab in the bucket mentality. Everybody stepping over everybody to get something. And then when you get something, they want to take it from you because they feel like you don't deserve it more than they do. So they don't want to go out there and get it. And then the ones who do have it don't want to help nobody. And that's just the mentality for the Black community now. And that's why we can't get ahead. We have the minds and we just don't have we don't want to work together. Every other culture work together except us.
Because we're not giving Caesar back what belongs to him. We trying to hold on to these people's culture, their religion and lifestyle, their diet, their educational system. Like I'm with Harrio. It's gonna have to come to a head for us to really begin to question a lot of what's going on out here. Because the things that we're trying to hold on to is narcissism. We're trying to hold on to a narcissistic culture. And what do narcissists teach you to do? Self-sabotage yourself so that they can exploit you. They take all your labor, time, and energy, and they don't give you nothing in return. So we gonna get there. We getting there. It's just that enough of us ain't as fed up yet. But I've been talking to some brothers, man. Yeah, people are getting fed up, but they just do not know what to do. And we don't even know how many of us is fed up because we're divided. But if you
And
get to
that's
talking to
I
that's
don't
what
people,
think
I'm
that's true.
saying.
I don't
It's
think that
all,
that's
yeah,
true. I think that because we live
what
in
you don't
this
think is true,
world,
Harry?
I don't think that the masses of us are not fed up. I think that more than the mass, I think the major
I
majority
said
is
not
fed up.
enough of us. Not
Nah,
enough
nah,
of us.
definitely is. Definitely, and I say that it definitely is. However, you got to still remember there's a
We'll see
very
this
large
Christmas.
portion of us. There's a very large portion of us that loves that is drowning in independence and
Mhm.
individuality and independent thinking. There are mounds of us that really believe that lie. That they don't even understand that. Do you understand that independence means I'm by myself? I'm selfish. I'm independent, and you're not even independent. It's a sickness. It's a
but you
And
mental
this is
sickness at this point.
but
and
what
what people have to
said
understand, like this is so much deeper than just what we're seeing like happening or playing out. This is a systematic plan of destruction. Like this has to happen in order for the one world government to exist. When we going into like part of their plan, if people like really read some of their plans, like UN plans, NATO plans, like there are plans, and if people actually read it, one of the components was to release the Jezebel. Now they know about Spears because they might be on the other team, but they know how this works. It's just all out there now. But that was a plan. It was actually written in, release this Jezebel. What is the Jezebel? Is manipulation, intimidation, domination. It's self-idolatry, it's self-worship, it's all of these social media platforms. They have psychologists on boards and witches and warlocks. They know
Yes, sir.
exactly how the brain works. They know how the brain works better than a person who has the brain in their body. And this is part of a bigger system. So when we can't go to what they're already on, Satan is hate. His whole kingdom is hate. Love is an opposite kingdom. They can have other things like loyalty, or they can have commitment, or they can have dedication, they can have other things. But one thing that the enemy cannot produce is love. And love is more dominant. It's a more dominant energy. If anybody ever measured frequency patterns or anything like that, there is a dominant frequency with love. That's why they always try to tear it down. So when we are talking about,
Exactly.
as far as like uniting, even as far as in a family, how we're dealing, God said he drawn us with loving kindness. We think of God as like this whole, like he's a just judge, but then he also gave us mercy. He also gave us grace, even to our unrighteousness. So he will continually do that. And then when we, repent and everything, he forgive us our sins as far as the east is from the west. That's how much love he has. And to overcome what we are about to face, because this is only the beginning. It's about to get so much worse so fast. If people knew what warp speed really meant, or knew anything about Oracle or Palantir or any of that stuff,
Man.
it's
Yes,
about to get
indeed.
so bad that I mean, this is only setting up for the digital stuff, the digital currency. They want people in a digital upload. When you in a digital upload, you're not living. You can't survive that. So that's the goal. And
So,
people are not going to
so
go to that, but we have to start loving now. We have to start having unity now. We have to love our neighbor, feed our neighbor, help the homeless, help the little bad children. They probably don't
That
have parents
homeless
like that.
population is pretty bad everywhere now. It's like,
They taking them up and they coming up missing.
but you know what? I wanted to say this too. CJ said we should bring shame back. These people will unalive you for shame. I don't think that's a good
that's
idea
right.
because that's the
That's right.
driving motivation for them to really want to hurt you is when you cause them shame. Because
That's right.
now they hate to be embarrassed. They hate to be exposed. And if you do that, these people will unalive you because they hate that. And I seen that. I dealt with that at my uncle's funeral. And that's part of why, I was missing, these past 2 weeks because I had to run to Chicago, go to a funeral, deal with these narcissists getting up there, smearing my uncle's name while he's, laying right there. And I had to speak up and say something. And, I did all of this. I'm telling you, I went there, went to a funeral, went to the burial, went to the repast, and came back home all in less than 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well, you know what
I
they
was,
say:
huh?
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Man,
And
I had to.
it might just be exposure too, CJ. Like when you saying shame them, I mean exposure is that. Like we do need to expose the enemy. Like you expose the unfruitful works of darkness. Like that's just what it say. So you can expose. They are, if they narcissists, they will backlash.
The
They
devil is actually
actually see
exposed
people,
today. The
but
devil
they
ain't.
are not existing.
The devil ain't hiding nothing no more. He's exposed. What it is he
Mm.
wants you to accept him. The devils want you to accept them and their lifestyle. They're not hiding nothing no more. They just putting it in your face
Uh,
because they know that fear is gonna eat. Listen, when you fear the bully, you either
Mm.
go along with the bully or you fight the bully. I don't. I know who the devil is. I know what a devil is. I don't fear devils. My anger and frustration come from a lot of people not really knowing what a devil is. Devils are weak. They really are weak. They use a lot of smoke screens.
And
They
fear.
use flying monkeys, enablers. They do a lot of deception in order to get what they want from people. They really don't even want to face you face to face. You know what I mean? So I'm
mhm.
just waiting on more people because 100% dissatisfaction brings about 100% change. We are about at 95% dissatisfaction right now. So that
See, but
change is
that's the
coming.
thing. It is a lot of people, but y'all don't understand. I see it on social media all the time. The stuff that these people do to people, they are fed up. I mean, we are like the softer side of seers because everybody else is teaching them how to, get back at them, and they are really fed up. I mean, we're keeping it, kosher and keeping it respectful, but other people on other social media platforms are not having it because these people have ruined their lives. They're not dealing with these people like we are, cutting them off. They're getting them back.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
coming.
would say this.
That's
I
coming.
would
You
say
need
this though.
that space though.
In
Like you
my
don't want
opinion, and this is just my opinion that well, I'm gonna say what the Bible says. The verse says, "Forgive them." Hold up. Let me
Or
not
they know
misquote the
exactly
to
Bible.
what
forgive
they're
them for
doing.
they not
Let
know
me
what
not
they
let me
do.
not misquote the
And
Bible.
vengeance is
But
mine,
it,
said the
it
Lord. I'll
does say
repay.
it says that uh I will punish them.
Yeah.
Yeah, vengeance is mine.
What
I
is
will
that
repay.
verse? How does that verse go
Vengeance
when
is mine. I will repay.
vengeance
That's
is
what he said.
his? I will return that favor. I can't remember exactly how that goes, but vengeance is his, saith the Lord. He
Mhm.
will repay. I will repay.
But you know what's
So,
slowing that down?
and what's slowing that down?
We're not separating from the people that deserve his punishment. If
Well,
you land in the
I would
bed,
disagree.
if you land in the bed with a person that's why God said two will be laying in the bed together. He gonna take one to lead the other. Separation is so important today, man. That's my main topic when I talk to people about when they get to talk about all these problems and issues in society and stuff. If you're not talking separation, you really ain't gonna get nowhere. Because in order for God to even have his vengeance on narcissists or devils, you have to separate from the devil because God will kill you too if you mingling with them and you choose to hold on to them.
There you go.
And that's
There you
just
go.
they reaping what they sow. Like death comes with them. Their master is the angel of death. That's part of that kingdom.
No, no,
It's
no.
say
The angel,
temptation, then
death,
you got
the
sin and
angel of death
sinful.
is an angel. That's still an angel. The
It's
angel of death
a
is still
messenger.
walking
I'm gonna
with
say
God.
messenger because that's the translation. Messenger of death. The angel is a different translation. The word is messenger, and the thing is is rocking with it. It's like all over the biz. But that's what they're tethered to. And this thing and its demonic legion, like you're when you're dealing with a narcissist, they are a temple for Baal, and they have legion inside of them and they are tethered to the underworld. So this is all the activity that you're gonna be feeling, experiencing, and all of that stuff
China, that's
when
your
tied
mic.
up to a narcissist. And it's going to bring that. So you when we try to get into their space, like the whole goal of the enemy is to make copycats. He want to make more either narcissists or ones with narcissistic traits are extremely toxic codependents to where they are now giving up their morality, their integrity, their virtue to get this narc back and that revenge stuff. So a lot of things when you dealing with a legion, like thousands and thousands of demons, these narcs will run circles because they got so much demonic energy and they don't care if it's taking you out, they don't care to lose themselves. They just want to see you. It's like a strong demonic urge to see you in total destruction. And it
Yeah,
never end. Don't think like 5 years later, oh y'all, because y'all got a kid, it's gonna be cool. No, they gonna be still out for blood. Like they still try to do stuff. Most people on this platform still going through stuff from these narcs from years ago, even though you don't talk to them or nothing. That's how obsessed they are. It's like an obsession. Like, how dare you succeed? How dare you even be able to have something? I didn't destroy you enough, and then they get their whole little flying monkeys and all the little different supplies to try to chime in. You have to stand your
There
course.
it is.
You have to be
But
put
that's the thing. They're never satisfied with what they do to you because we
nope.
bounce back.
mm,
And they feel
Yeah,
like we're supposed to stay at the bottom. Whatever they do to destroy us, we're supposed to stay there. And when you bounce back from that, they still want revenge because they feel like you're not supposed to.
yeah.
and
Hey,
it's
hey,
a hard
China,
battle
how
when
that
you
bounce
rocking with
back
God.
feel?
Because if
Hey,
God
China,
got
how
your
does that
back,
bounce back
you ain't
feel?
never falling low.
How does that bounce back feel, China?
It feels amazing. It feels
Oh,
great.
it feels great. It feel all right. It feels
Yeah.
all
Hey,
right.
hey, can I say this right quick? Keisha, can you tell the people your your Instagram because she be really chopping it up with this information and I seen she don't really got a lot of followers. Man, y'all follow my sister on that on Instagram. What's your Instagram, Keisha?
I think
Oh,
it's
I thought you
reconcile to
was on
love.
TikTok. I thought your
I mean,
main channel was
I
TikTok.
was, and I'm telling you, CJ, I'm shadow banned for reasons I can't disclose on here, but I'm
Yeah.
shadow banned.
That's why I don't deal with it.
But
And
I
that's
Well,
just
y'all
and look,
follow me
that's
on
just
my
another
Instagram.
form. That's just another form. That's why I stopped doing TikTok because it's
Yeah,
like
I got
all
off
somebody got to
TikTok.
do is call in and they don't like you and just call in and they shut you down right there.
Yep, no
I
explanation.
deleted my TikTok too, man. But
it might be just out of
my
love. I think.
because we usually do it at the end of the show. But my Instagram is Caution Ruthless Soldier. If y'all want to follow me on there, just find Caution Ruthless Soldier, and that's how y'all can follow me, man.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Hey, y'all, let's get to this super chat real quick. Kim G. Thank you so much for the super chat, Kim. Kim wants advice tonight, please. The narc is being released from prison this week. What to expect because I'm struggling with it. He going to the new old supply, baby mama, whatever house. No contact for 2.5 years. I'm fearing the what ifs.
Call
What
Ice.
if? What if
Hey,
he
Ice
got
is
it
on the
together?
street. Ice want to smoke with any and everybody. Call Ice.
Let me see. We going
So I'm pretty familiar with her situation because her and I have talked in the past, and she is one of those where she, oh my gosh, she's a
crazy.
firecracker, and I love her. But you know what? You can't think about that. You can't think about the what ifs because that's what's gonna get you right back in that cycle. You've been out 2.5 years, girl. You better not. You should be thinking about something else right now. Don't
Like a
worry about
restraining
where
order.
he's going, what he's gonna do, because eventually he's gonna drag whoever he gets out with down with him.
Mhm.
Because I mean, he's not
Mm.
about to win. He's not
And
about to win at all, and you
and you
don't
want to
want
get
that.
a sorry, like you would want make sure if he coming towards you, like you will want to get a restraining order or something because they are not. It's not for good things. Like they never have good intentions for you.
Nope.
And if it's becoming a point where it's like bothersome or harassment, I used to be like, man, I don't ever want to get the police involved and all of that stuff until it almost cost my life so many times. Now, can you gotta have it restraining order. If I ain't have one right now, I wouldn't be here. You know what? You know what? Please don't listen
Oh
to
my
him.
god.
Please don't listen to him. We pray with our hands.
Whew.
I'm just saying.
I'm just,
Man, you know what? I'm gonna jump in there real quick and say, Kim, at the end of the day, let's look at this. I'm gonna read that slowly, just the first sentence. The narc is being released from prison this week. I don't even expect the rest of that conversation to turn into something positive because it's not going to turn into something
No.
positive. It's going to be something extremely negative.
Yeah.
That's it. It's going to be something extremely, and you already know. You're asking the question, what do I expect? How do I get myself together? Get yourself together for what? For somebody who coming home from jail? What is it to get together? What is it to get together? He coming home. Okay, and what that changes my life because he coming because a narc is coming home from prison. My whole life changing? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
He's in survival mode though. And you know when they're in
Okay.
survival mode and desperation, they
Man,
will hunt you
I
down.
don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore. Do you not coming around me? And if you knock on this door again, I guarantee the police are on the way now. The
they
police are
got
on the
good
way
jail talk.
now.
You
And
know,
and
they
I'm and
can
I'm
take
on the
jail.
phone with the police while you knocking at the door. It is I don't need to see you. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
There and that's that. our biggest issue again, our biggest issue is we tend to not believe these people are who they are. Oh, because now he desperate. That turning out your problem because he desperate. How does that equate or turn into my problem because the narc is now desperate? Because it wasn't the narc's problem when you was trying to save that situation.
Yeah.
They showed you and made it crystal clear to you that they did not owe you anything, any level of loyalty. They did not owe you a conversation. They did not owe you any honor. They did not owe you a real explanation as to why we can't work this thing out and be happily ever after. They did not show any of that. But somehow, this fool coming home from prison means I got a problem.
And jail comes with them. Like they always in some type of legal situation. That's part of their little demonic crew. You got the jail stuff, you got calamity, car breakdowns, house stuff, financial collapses. Like this just come with them.
She left state, she said, but he was in prison because of her. That's the thing. I know.
They don't try to seek revenge. That's what they do. Like their revenge is all they were thinking about while they were in jail. That's why, and I know like people be like, oh, restraining order, like that's a piece of paper. And then, but you know, they might get on probation or they might break it and go to jail. Sometimes it's like that. Me, I don't. CJ's remedy is a little different than mine. I gotta trust angels because I'm not, that's kind of like harsh, but I understand it. I mean, I might use a bone.
But we're missing the big point here. This is the thing what we're missing and we're failing to express is, I don't care how many times we said in our heads, hear other people say it, we somehow in our delusional mind believe that if they do go to jail or if they do go to counseling, that there's a possibility that they changed. And that's probably what she's thinking, that maybe he has sat down long enough.
There you go.
Reflect on his behavior.
Did he hit a reset button while he was locked away?
But did he gonna
get it together? Is he gonna come home and act right? Is he gonna come home and be the man that you always thought he could possibly one day, if he applied himself to be? Listen. That's the story. That's the question of tonight. All right. Is there anything new to learn about the narcissist? Can anybody on the panel tonight tell me anything new? Any new information that, the lightning bolt came through the sky or something?
How to do spiritual warfare. That's one thing new you can learn. How to do spiritual warfare, because you will need to know how to do that in order to overcome the narcissist.
I was just cutting my hair. Yeah, I was just cutting my hair thinking about you, Harrio. And that's crazy that's your topic. I said, man, this dude Harrio is amazing. This dude be doing 3 shows a week on these narcs. What else? I was like, I don't really know what else to even say about these demons. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like but you still got people every day coming into understanding
about repercussions. She worrying about repercussions. Listen, Kim. This is my thought. He coming home. If you really worried about that situation, man, go to the authorities when he coming home. Listen, this person being released. I don't want to deal with this fool on any level. I don't want to deal with this fool. I don't want to hear nothing from him. I want a restraining order. I don't want him to come near me for anything. That's it. If you feel threatened in any way, that's exactly what I would do. Just, hey man, let me be proactive about it. Let me go to the people that have more power than I do, and the people that get paid to handle that level of craziness. Don't even try to go in and handle, the situation, take it in your own hands. If he come over here, I'm gonna cuss him out, blah, blah, blah. No. Talking don't compute with him. Talking and trying to act human and normal.
Like I'm gonna try to really help people because I dealt with a daggone sociopath, not just a sociopath, but a sociopath that was into making deals with the devil, warlock type of stuff, like supernatural type of power. So when you dealing with somebody on that kind of level, it's very difficult to go through this without knowing how to do spiritual warfare because they don't care about the paper. They got, weapons. It'll just be shoot them up, bang, bang, if y'all exchanging fire and all of that. I literally had to go to the throne and ask God, I'm going to need your protection. Because it wasn't just in the physical or in the natural. It was astro projecting. It was coming to the house and some other stuff. It was causing all of these other systems to get involved. Still causing other systems to get involved. Calling boards, doing all of this stuff. Still trying to wreak havoc because it is some type of demonic energy assignment that this person was on. Some of y'all under that kind of attack, and that kind of attack is very severe. Like they literally try to take your life. And when it's like that, and they learn and they study some things, usually in prison, they study all of this magical stuff and they try to do stuff not only to induce fear or have you living in panic, but they always do little stalking type things to make it known, like make you know that their presence is still somehow watching or following you. So you got to start binding up monitoring spirits. I mean, you really got to know how to war. That's really the only way to get through it because you're not just dealing with a person, you're dealing with a bunch of demons. The devil is their master, and that's you got to know how to fight.
Sometimes narcissists think they know you, and sometimes you got to show them that other side of you.
See, but that's the thing. She
Yeah.
watched real time how I ran and was still found. And she's in a whole nother state. And as you can see, like after all the time, he somehow manipulated somebody that was willing to betray my sister to give him her phone number. And
You
they
know.
would find that weak link
Yeah.
and find her because that's how determined these people be. They
Yeah.
when they wanted you to leave them the F alone, they did everything they could for you to
Come
leave
on.
them the F alone, but they
Come
don't
on.
get it. You want them to leave you the F alone.
This kind of remind me of that movie. It's an old movie called, I think it's called Blue Steel with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a dude that he was a narcissist, but he was a psychopath, but they moved just like narcissists. And this dude was real clever in the way that he was moving and tormenting her, man. Watch that movie Blue Steel,
Yeah,
and you
it's
will see
it's
some of the
crazy.
tactics that they use because they use their brain 100% to
Mm-hmm.
make you look like a fool and to put you in a situation where you're defending yourself, but you also look like the aggressor at the same time. They know how to throw like I said, they know how to throw that rock and hide their hands, and everybody just see your reaction. So it is a dangerous situation, especially if you're a female and you're dealing with some type of a jailbird prison dude with with an obsession over you. You know
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
I
you
mean?
fully
So
loaded with demons. Cause Kim, I'm telling you, even though they different people, those were his exact words. He literally called the last time he had a message. He called. He said a different thing, and he was like, "Yeah, just let her know I'm coming for her." They like to say stuff like that, and that got them as far as violating that probation. But I mean, that protection order. But they won't stop. Like even the last time in court, he was like, "Yeah, I was just wait. I'm gonna wait for that paper to be up." But you when you in God, like he'll always give you wisdom on what to do next. Like I know I'm gonna be out of here by the time he, trying to have them papers done. But I know because of my connection with God on what steps that the enemy is trying to feed them. Because once they learn whatever they be learning in prison, they be reading books, they do stuff, they be on a different familiar spirit, mystical type of level. And they want to cause fear and torment at all times. And you gotta war. Put them angels out your house. They like outside the house, they guard you. You have warrior angels with fire swords, messengers. But they do that, and you will be okay as long as you in God.
call Medea. If you got a Medea in your family, go live with her. Have her come stay with you. These
And it's
people
hard
know who,
because you don't want to get other family members.
man,
You know,
narcissists
like
know
I
who to
got a
play.
brother, like if he see him, and I'm like, I
Man,
don't
they
want
know who to play
him to
with and
see
who not to
stuff.
play with. You know what I mean? To get you a man. You know what I mean? Like, shoot. But
That's
yeah,
He
when you with
said,
them,
shoot.
they learn your relationships with your family and your friends, and they
yeah,
see who's willing to do something for you and who isn't. And
yeah.
that's times they don't have to isolate you because they know you don't have
Hey,
anybody.
that's real talk. They do. They do. They do. They be sizing your, like I said, they will size up your whole social circle to see if you
Mhm.
really got somebody for you or do you got a lot of people against you. And if you got that, what they call that chosen one energy, you probably do have a lot of people working against you and you don't even know it. But the narc know, you know what I mean? That's why
They
they be
like,
charming and flattering everybody around you in your circle so they can really kind of get them on their side to work against you in the first place. You know what I
Yeah,
and they
mean?
like to try to get you to move out of town, and they do isolate you. Like I didn't see my family for a year.
Uh,
Like it was so
uh,
crazy. And they do that because everything is strategic. Like they strategically plan how they're going to discard, but they never really mean, most of them never really mean for the discard to be permanent. At
right.
least, especially if you got a call on your life, they meant for that discard to be transitional, to where you are now transitioned to a doormat role, that no matter whatever they do, you're gonna always be there to take them footsteps on you. But when
Yeah.
you like let that discard happen and you already was like, man, this person is narking, I'm praying, I done prayed you out. When you on that stuff, it shocks them. That is a narc that is going to stalk. Like that one is going to be obsessed because they never meant for it to be that way. And when you got out and you had supernatural help getting out, they had never let that stuff go.
and you know
Yeah.
what? It's sad that that's how we have to date nowadays. It's hard. You can't even fall in love. You can't give people your heart because it's scary, and people can pretend for a long time, just long enough for them to get you to drop your guard, and that's when they gonna start showing who they really are.
I ain't been,
I
I,
can
it seems like people don't really be pretending too long now, man. People don't mind, people will show you who they are pretty fast to me now, to me.
They'll show you
But
on
you,
one. Some of them.
yeah, 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 man. It is kind of crazy out here, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy in the friendship world. It's crazy on these jobs. It's crazy in the dating world. Uh,
the
Man,
jobs is
once you've been put through the
unrealistic.
ringer, man, you really just don't. Your peace becomes so important to you. You don't be wanting to let nobody break that. You know what I
But you
mean?
know what? You're gonna always have somebody somewhere disturbing your peace because they do it at jobs, do it in relationships, out there on the streets. It's hard, but it's just how you handle it. Because, like you said, they know how to make you react and make you look like the aggressor. I don't react at all. I get
Yeah.
Mhm.
silence.
I'm kind of calming down, but I got to a point, man. I was ready to bust some people in their mouth. Like, man, I'll cuss you back out. You know what I mean? Like, people be saying little slick stuff in these comments and stuff, and I'll be ready. Hey, I'll fight a narc back. You know what I mean? Because one thing I know about me, once I've learned myself, is I don't talk crazy about people or start trouble with people for no reason. I don't care if you got a different opinion from me. I don't care if I don't really like what you say or you don't like what I say. Everybody got the freedom to have their own opinions and speak whatever they say. That's one thing about narcs too. Narcs really they always attacking. They feel like they entitled to attack somebody just because they don't like them. They don't like the way they dress. They think their ears too big, or whatever the case, man. You got a lot of that going on. But man, if I know I haven't done nothing to you, and you got a problem with me, and the problem is so deep, you willing to disrespect me. I done got to the point now. I done dealt with that so much, man. I'll be like, man, come outside. You know what I mean? Like for real, like we can go. I seen a Facebook video where he took this dude to the bathroom. Like, man, come on to the bathroom. They went in the bathroom and he punched him up. You know what I mean? And then they clocked right back in and went to work. But he had to show him, man, I'm not the one to play with. I don't know what make you think I'm somebody to play with. Narcs be looking for people that they can bully on, man, and it really,
And they
it really
do.
makes me mad. I had a narc on the job one time, man, and I had to get in a truck with him. You know what I mean? Now the truck is a piece of paper in between the seats. This dude pulled a penitentiary move, but I was already warned that he was a narc. It was a piece of paper sitting in between the sheets. He say, hand me that piece of paper." I said, "Man, the paper is right there. You get it yourself." And he grabbed the paper, but he did just a little smirk, like, "Oh, you didn't fall for that one. Okay, okay." And he just kept on testing me that whole work shift. And I had to eventually tell the supervisor, "Man, I'm not working with this dude." And the supervisor already knew, like, "Man, don't nobody want to work with this dude. You was new, and we know you didn't know him. So we put you with him to see how it'll work out." I'm like, "Man, don't ever set me up with nothing like that again." You know what I mean? Because no. Because he used to walk around with his eyes would be droopy,
Don't do that, please don't.
like he was just draining. Like, and then
That's
when
how
I
they
spoke to
are.
him, I walked up to him and spoke to him. I said, "Bro, they got me working with you." He just lit up. Like, oh, like, oh, I got somebody new supply. I promise you, he looked at me like new supply for real. Like, oh, this is gonna be fun, man.
It's
And he
gonna
was testing me that whole shift. He was doing. We almost got into a fight. We out here delivering. You know what I mean? We got to carry this heavy, what is it, plywood. We carrying this heavy stuff, man. It was a situation to where that's a situation I experienced a male narc. I don't.
Yeah.
Man, I
It's,
do
it's,
not
it's
like the
sad.
fact that females is out here dealing with male narcs. That must be terrible.
It's
It
horrible.
is,
Terrible.
but you know what? That's the
It's
thing,
horrible.
and that's why I say I
It's
hate
not
all
good.
these rules because people tell you, "Oh, quit your job. That's your livelihood. You can't just quit your
Yeah,
job because of one person." And
yeah,
I'm not gonna never tell nobody. I mean, I'm just like you, CJ. I'm gonna have them words with you. I'm not about to let you bully me because, like I've said plenty of times over, I've never seen a bully stop bullying because you ignored them. That makes them
yeah.
bully you even more.
I
And I'm
beat up a narc on a. I beat up a dude on a bully on a job before. I did, but I was told.
Man, y'all
I was
tripping, man. Y'all tripping, man. Oh,
no, that wasn't right. That I'm not saying nobody should do this, but I was told by the dude Monday. He said, "Man, the dude who work in this area with us, man, he think he tough, man, and he gonna be trying to punk you, man." And I looked at the dude like, "Man, you just a little short dude. That's probably why he be trying you like that. He not gonna try me."
God.
Monday came, Tuesday came, and because he told me he'd be back Wednesday. Wednesday came through the door. He came. I mean, Wednesday came. He came through the door. "What's up?" And it just gradually increased with him testing it. "Man, hurry up. Man, you moving too slow. Man, hurry your slow ass." And then it just became cuss words. And it got
Yeah.
worse and worse to the point to where I said, "Man, you know what I mean?" He said, "Well," I said, "You heard me." And he walked up on me and it was over with, man. Like they will push you to the
They will
point where
push
you
you.
gotta show them that you is not. I mean, I am not one to play with, man. I really don't know what to say when it comes to narcissists other than separate from them. If you
I would
can
say separate.
separate from them and
yeah,
get away from
and
them,
that's the best thing. That's the best thing because
yeah,
honestly,
get
you
away from
really
them,
lucky.
man.
Honestly, you lucky on that situation
Yeah,
Mhm.
because narcs are cowards.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing they gonna do after they start a fight is call the police and say
Press up.
you
They gonna
assaulted
press
me.
charges on you.
It's
Yeah,
going they gonna
yeah,
press charges on you, and then you like,
yeah.
hold it. This dude started it. He
Yeah.
been at me all day, and you gonna be sitting there with the look of disbelief on your face that this fool talked all this trash all day, and then when I straightened him, now I'm down the police station in handcuffs, fighting for my freedom
I'm
because
about to
some of
turn
this
into
stuff is
Charleston
talking
White.
about.
I'm
And
about to
they
turn
they
into
want to
Charleston White.
cause
Start telling on them.
they want to cause reactive abuse. Like that is their go-to. Like they want to
Yeah,
trigger you. and they are
That's
cowards. They have a cowardice
Yeah.
spirit. It come with their
there
whole
you go.
fear thing. That they'll push you, and then like my fist just happened to hit a jaw, but they would yell out felonious assault, but they a whole guy that didn't push you or put hands on you. So it's like they want to, and they say certain words like, oh, I just been felonious assaulted, to try to see if they can get something on you that'll damage you, damage your reputation, damage your licenses. They always trying to go for your license if you got one. They'll call
Yeah.
whatever board you with, and then they'll always try to put some type of false charges, even though
There you
you
go.
were like defending yourself.
There you
But they
go.
know the lingo.
Yes.
Felonious
Yes.
assault. Oh, I
Yes.
And that's what make them dangerous too, because they like a pig. If you wrestle with a pig, the pig enjoys the fact that you're getting just as dirty and filthy with them.
There you
So
go.
when
And
I
he
think
feel
I
like
said
I
that in
got
one of
you,
my
man.
videos, I think I said that in one of my videos. That's what make narcs so irritating. Win or lose, they
mhm.
just want a reaction
That's
from you.
it.
That's
When you
it.
give them no
There
reaction,
you go.
Yeah.
they
And
lose
actually
their
they win.
mind.
That's how they win. When you lose the control over your
Yeah.
vessel.
Yeah.
That's
And
how
Mhm.
that's
they
the
win.
thing. And that's the thing too, because I had one that the new supply, when she encountered me, she was in my face to the point that I was about to hit her, and how I knew it was a setup. She said, please do. I walked away. I knew exactly what that meant. They will take a hit to have you locked up.
Mhm.
They will take that hit. So yeah, she was like, please do. And I knew that was a setup, and I walked away.
And that gang stalking happened. It happened on two levels, but narcs do that stuff too with the gang stalking. Like I went out, like if I go like exercise where I'm pulling out, I see somebody in a truck, back up as soon as I get out and try to hurry up and leave my community. But I'm still behind them, but they trying to hurry up, and get out of the way like I didn't see them. But that's the kind of gang stalking it is. It's like just enough for if you say something, it'll make it sound like you're crazy. But you
Yes.
ain't crazy. You literally know. I seen that. They'll have like they family members and stuff trying to register as patients for my clinic. Like seen that. It's like all of the things that they do is just the gang stalking is just for them to try to put fear in you. Like, hey, I'm still watching you. But when you know who you
Mhm.
serve, like you really don't care about that stuff because honestly, they are cowards. They whatever they try to do, it's gonna backfire. Many
Yeah.
have tried before the last one, but it doesn't matter because you got a protection. That's why I said you can't just fight this thing in a natural. You got to keep your sanity. You can't go paranoid. You can't let them gang stalkers know that you give a crap because you don't want to lose your peace. You still got to go to work. You still got to do things in life. You still got to, maintain your family. But they just obsess, and eventually, trust me, they're reaping what they sow. It will be a non-factor. The best thing you can do for them is continually make them a non-factor. When they do stuff, don't call and be like, "Hey, why would you do this?" or that. Nothing. Act like it ain't even. They don't even exist. That was in a whole different timeline. They in a whole different matrix. Like that's
See,
how you gotta look at narcs.
and that's the thing. He thought that I probably would ask my sister for his number to reach out to him and say, why are you calling my sister? I would never do that. And he knows not to reach, he knows my Facebook. He knows not to reach out to me at all. He was trying to get to her to get her to break me down. He was trying to wear her out with that continuous calling, but she got smart. See, he watches this show, so I can't really say what she did, but she got smart so that he could stop calling, and it worked.
And once somebody try to unalive you, and this is what we all have to know because they did to some level. Usually they either tried to poison you, they broke down your nervous system, they caused inflammation, they gave you diseases, whatever they did that was still an attack on your life. Or maybe they attacked your children. They do that too. But once somebody tried to unalive you, that is no longer a person that you have communication with. That's it. Because if they would have succeeded, then what? You know,
It
it would
wouldn't
have
have
been
been no sweat off their back
right.
because
You
they
that's
damn
somebody.
sure tried to
It's
drag me
nothing
with
to
a
talk
car.
about. They try to unalive you. That
Yes.
means they hated you so much. There was
Yep.
such a hatred there that they felt like you was not worthy of breathing. And usually they try to do it in a way to where they, because they can look you in your eyes. And that's how much hatred they have for you.
It
And then,
was he got caught and it was the shame. And that's what I
mhm,
told CJ. That shame they will unalive you if they can't face it. And it was the getting caught that caused that to
yeah,
happen because he wanted to get the hell out of Dodge.
Man, I wish
what
a
they
mother
do.
would.
But
I
see,
wish
you
they
got
would try to.
people,
I wish I now I
male
can get my
nerds are
heart broke.
different.
I
Okay,
can
because
get my
male
heart
nerds are
broke.
men. They're stronger. Like they're different. They do try to squeeze the life out of you. And you ain't got nothing. I mean, you just be sitting there like you can fight back, but they're still like a male. And they sometimes be having some muscles. So it's like, okay, all right, whatever you need for me to say. And then, it's like, but they still I mean, they want to unalive you, and they want to be the one to do it, and they want to just see you suffer and torture. They're very sadistic, like
Hey,
that's it is a
misery
thing for them.
loves company.
Yes.
Misery loves company, meaning I'm miserable. I want you to be miserable right here with me. And if you talk to me, you miserable because I'm miserable.
It's
That's
down.
all
It.
the energy I got.
That's down. They're crazy.
Yeah,
And that's
like
how it works. When you talking to
you can
somebody and you see that they are talking something crazy, they're not talking any type of not anything, they're not projecting any positivity. It's all negative, it's all low level energy. Then
Yeah,
you have just you have just reduced yourself. First of all, you reduce yourself because you entertaining that foolishness.
yeah,
That's all they want. Hey, listen, you just bought a ticket to the circus. Now come watch this clown. And that's all it's going to be. That's all you're going to hear. That's all you're going to see for as long as you entertain that mess. We got to get out of that place of trying to convince these people to do right. We literally sit around trying to convince the devil. We're trying to convince the devil to not to stop being the devil. Like he know how to be something else. He don't have it in. He doesn't have the capacity to be other than what he is. That's what
yeah.
he here. That's what he here for. He here to lie, steal, rob, shoot, whatever negative he can bring to this world. That's his job. His job is to keep you off course. His job is to keep you from reaching your potential. That's
You
it.
you know
That's
how we talk about narcissism only in relationships and stuff,
it.
and the workplace and stuff. But see, one thing about narcissism, man, it don't matter if you a doctor, a janitor, a lawyer, homeless. Uh, these people are in all walks of life,
yeah.
and you can be
Hey, listen,
anybody.
isn't
So
that
my
what the
question
devil
was,
promised? Isn't that
my
what the
question
devil
was
promised?
this: do you think that when you look at like in the streets in the hood and you see a lot of murders and stuff going on, do you think a lot of that is street dudes dealing with narcissists? That's
And
my question.
sociopaths and psychopaths.
Yeah.
So, because narcissists and like all of them have narcissists have like what they say a lack of empathy. I don't really think they have no love, but the sociopaths and psychopaths have more of a tendency of violence. Like narcissists do violent things. They do things. A lot of times what we are talking about is that combination of dark triad. So they're not just narcissists, they're narcissists with some type of either sociopath or psychopath type of traits and a Machiavellianism. So it's like at least three components with them. the ones we're talking about that cause such harm and destruction. A lot of times the narcissists are just the ones that only kind of in that category, they just your whores. Like they like a lot of adoration, validation. They don't care who they hurt to get it. You know, they're not
Well,
out
narcissists be doing
unalive.
a lot of betraying. They
Yeah,
mess up the
they do that.
bag. They do a lot of sleeping around with the homies' girls.
They
And
do that.
narcissists do a lot of stuff in these streets too, man. And we be thinking, because like you be reading stuff on Instagram and it sound crazy, like why would this person do that? But then I had to remember, man, you got narcissists out here in all walks of life just doing all kind of crazy
Mhm.
stuff, and some people don't know what they dealing with. They react like that person actually has a conscience, that so they feel hurt and betrayed, and they deal with that person on that level, but they didn't really know that they was dealing with a whole demon. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I mean?
I believe like some of, not all, and I'm not justifying anything, but like some of the school shootings where people were bullied. I mean, there's no excuse for you to go into school and do this person, that person, not even the
Yeah,
person that,
yeah,
but they drive you to that temporary
yeah,
insanity
yeah,
because these bullies bully until you
yeah,
get to your breaking point, and then that's something that you do. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, and some of it, yes, is people dealing with them, and that's just how they
yeah,
deal with it.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
that's the only way you could get justice because they
yeah,
know how
yeah,
to work the system so good that they could do something to you and you go to jail for it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I know how
They be
they
the
work.
first one, like I say, they the first ones to press charges on you
Yeah.
when they get put on their back. Because a lot of times people with high levels of empathy, we're really not aggressors. We be real cool. And sometimes people be talking and we just kind of might be like, man, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, 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 whoop. And then next thing you know, you react and they land on their back and now they want to act shocked and surprised. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like people like that.
And there you go. There
I
you
don't
go.
like people who do
And I'm
stuff like
saying,
that.
and I'm saying
Mm-mm.
this at
These
the
are
end of the
evil
day,
people. Let's be
at the end of
clear.
the day, we live in a society of cowards. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no, you trust and believe, ain't no real thorough dude just gonna walk up to you to start no fight with you.
Mm-mm.
Over no parking
Because
space or nothing like that either.
a thorough dude don't move like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? When somebody walking up to you with something crazy, that's a coward. That's a coward. You got
And
to
I
worry
just
about now after you deal with them. Now you got to worry about them running, go get a gun, and then it turn into a gunfight,
mhm.
and then turn into all this other stuff. Man, I got a real life. I got a real
yeah,
life. I ain't about to
yeah,
reduce my life to that petty little on the corner mess over some
yeah.
whatever you stepped on. Y'all stepped on your Jordans or whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
Them
please,
narcissists be the
that's
ones that pull up on you
cowardly.
at the red light. You cut me off back there, you son of a. You like, what? I didn't even. My
Man,
bad, bro. My
tunnel
bad. I didn't
vision.
see you. You know what I mean?
Tunnel,
I didn't
listen,
really see you, bro. And I did not.
tunnel
I
vision.
don't get no fun out of deliberately trying to cut somebody off and play bumper cars with my car. You
Tunnel
know what I
vision.
mean? But they
I
be
don't even see them.
overreacting and
I don't even see
they'll
them,
give you the
man.
finger and stuff, man. Like it's like they emotionally immature, and they be
That's part
taking
of
stuff
this.
personal that's not even personal, bro.
And you know,
I didn't see you trying to get in this parking spot, bro. If you want the parking spot, you can
right.
have it, bro. You
But
know what I mean? But
you know my
but
favorite.
they're like trying to hurry up and cut you off and get in that parking
Yeah.
spot, bro. If
But
you
you
want
know
the
my
parking spot,
favorite
get the
ones.
parking spot.
My
Huh?
favorite ones, CJ, is the ones who be going slow, and then you get over to try to go around them, and then they start speeding up to try to keep you
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
from going
yeah,
past them.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
that's
It
all
yeah.
it's
be too
about. They
much.
they
We in
looking
Knoxville,
for some
narcotic.
level of attention because they are weirdos. Nobody wants to nobody
Yeah,
wants to pay them any attention. Nobody wants to
That's
be
a good
bothered
word,
with them.
weirdos.
So they are walking around frustrated all day. And that's why they
Mm-hmm.
got road rage and they trying to run people off the road. They trying to
Yep.
speed. Look, the traffic is stopped and they trying to speed and go somewhere. And
yeah,
you can't go anywhere. They are weirdos and they are
They said
weirdo.
not in
stupid.
front of
And
me.
and
That's what they
their
call it.
one
Not in
and
front of
only
me.
job is to get you to participate
Yeah.
in the foolishness. That's it. That's their one job. And if they do it, if they can convince you to do it, do you know that literally will eliminate a whole day of your life that you
Mhm.
angry about something and you don't even know why you angry.
Yeah.
You don't even know why you upset and all of it. Why am I going through, man? I'm tired of these people out here, man. I'm about to go get me a gun and I'm gonna do this. And
Oh my gosh.
you done changed the whole trajectory of
Yeah.
your life, where you going, your road, and you done put it all into the pig pen. The
Mhm.
pig love that slop over there. Let them
They
have
do.
you. You're never going to out. You're never going to go lower than a narc, and a narc is never going to go as high as you.
No.
No.
It's all about the decision. What decision are you going to make? Are you going to make a decision to say, man, this rough out here for them? Y'all think it ain't
Keep
rough out here
them.
for narcs right now?
You got to keep them in the Lulu land. That's where they live. Keep them there. They'll just be going circles in their own mind over and over and over again. They probably still living in like 1990 somewhere. Keep them there. You
But
have to
that
Man,
give
requires
yourself
you
that
to
space.
lie, because in order to keep them in the Lulu land, you have to consistently tell them, oh, you're the greatest. Oh, you're amazing. Oh, you're
No,
this.
you
Oh,
gotta
you're that.
leave them alone. They gotta be in Delulu land somewhere on a park bench talking to themselves. That's where you gotta leave them, and you gotta get all the way away from them. It's never gonna work with a narcissist.
You said something though,
They in
Keish.
a twilight zone.
One
Like you,
thing I notice about narcissists, they do be somewhere in '89.
yeah, they
They
wherever
do be
they highest peak
they be
is.
stuck in a time. They do be like stuck somewhere.
Usually high school,
You
but
can
wherever they got
tell.
the most
Yeah,
attention.
they be. You can tell they be stuck somewhere. They
Mhm.
stop growing and
Yep.
they still going to the work. This is the woman that you might see. She might be an older lady, but she's trying to keep up with the young girls.
Hmm.
You know what I
Now
mean?
she's trying to keep up with the younger her, because they always
Yeah.
Yeah,
got a picture of them that they like, that they look their best in
and they
life.
be stuck right there.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's where they're
Yeah,
stuck at.
they be stuck
That's
right
it.
there.
And then they'll
And you
start.
can't
Yeah,
tell them they ain't got it no
No.
more.
yeah,
Mm-mm. And
yeah,
that's it. And that's that arrested development. Them like
yeah,
it's just so they just fully loaded. I mean, they just fully loaded with evil. It's
yeah.
not even a way to describe it because it's evil. Like I don't even know if we have gotten so used to these words, and these words became so common to us, like evil and the devil and all of that stuff. But we really dealing with some wicked things here that we have. I mean, you this stuff here is different than just like a physical disability that might take place. This stuff here will take your mind into madness. I've had people, I told them in the beginning, hey, you might want to get out of this situation you in with this dude because, hey, he meeting we did the checklist. Boom, that's him. Boom, put his picture there. This ain't gonna work. But I love him. Da, 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 da. Couple weeks later, a couple months later, you can't put together sentences because they take your mind, and then it takes so long for your neural pathways to start regenerating. It take about a good year, even though they said you can have changes every 21 days. But for your mind to really be the way that it was pre that trauma, if you're doing all the work, it's about a good year because you'll have your ups and downs, you'll have emotional flashbacks, you'll have emotions popping out, crying when you don't even know why you're crying. You might be cooking and just crying and having a whole meltdown. All of that stuff will happen in that first year because that's how much brain damage that these people do on the brain that you can see on imaging. It is not something to be taken lightly. Your nervous system, it is so important to keep it calm because it directs so much of everything else. Your brain is part of your nervous system. So everything that's you and make you like function is part of that nervous system. And that's exactly what these narc demons attack. They start off with the over sensory stuff. That's the love bomb, but it's over sensory. And then you like, you're not getting things done, but you accommodate and you adjust, and your brain start adjusting to that over some weeks. Next thing you know, then it's the devaluing. Then it's the, the push and pull. You don't hear from them. So then here come fear. Then here come the abandonment stuff. Well, I'm just gonna leave. And then they don't leave, or they might leave for a day or an hour. Then
Mhm.
that's all of that stuff is now every time you say something, it's training you walk on eggshells because this time they might leave. So now I got to make sure before they come,
Hey,
everything
Keith,
in the house is perfect.
I
It's
got
like
my. Go ahead,
this.
Keith. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'm just letting them know. But this is like the systematic deconstruction of a person that they do. And
Yeah.
once that nervous system is completely broken, and not only did they break you physically, but they crushed your spirit, that's when they out. Then they put somebody else in your face. That be the ultimate, because then
But
it
you know
makes you
what? You know what,
question
Keith?
yourself.
Let me
Like,
say this
listen,
real quick.
I'm
Let me
all the
say
way
this
wrong.
for everybody in the chat. Everybody. The next phase. I'm gonna tell y'all about the next phase. So y'all get to watch. You guys get to watch real life people as we all go through the phases of healing.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Healing. So I'm telling y'all about the next phase, okay, that you get up to. And yes, all of us get to this stage. You get to that stage because most people want to know, when do I get to the point where this person's image or voice isn't glued in my head? It is not tattooed, burned into, etched into my mind anymore. When do I get to the place where I don't think about this person on a daily basis? When do I get to the point where I only think about this person when somebody mentions that person? So, excuse me, being in that place, thank you, being in that place that I don't think about the narc every day. I don't think about the narc unless somebody say something about the narc. Every now and then something might happen that reminds me, but for the most part, there you go. For the most part, for the
That.
most part, thinking about that person on a daily basis, you wondering, when am I going to get my mind back? Will I ever get my true person? Will I ever get myself back again? I'm here to tell you guys, absolutely. Yeah, it takes time. Yeah, it takes time. I'm 5 years out myself. 5 years out. 5 years, 6 years almost no contact. Almost 6 years no contact. So I'm telling y'all, guys, well, I say 5.5. I'm telling you that not only is it possible, but it is a part of your near future. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yes,
Once
sir.
you start to move and elevate yourself in a totally different realm, I know it takes a while. When you get to that place where you don't even care about proving nothing to them no more, that's the reason why I feel it's so important for you to be no contact. Because if
Yeah.
you still in contact with them, you still trying to prove you're being the bigger person. You still trying to prove things to them that you don't owe them. When you get to that place where you truly feel, I don't owe this person anything. I'm telling you, that's when I think that is the place where you'll start to discover you don't even think about that person all the time no more. They're not crossing your mind every day.
And you know what? You know that you're healing when you get to certain points where you couldn't bear seeing certain things. It don't bother you no more, like seeing them with a new partner or with that person that they left you for, or just even seeing them succeed in life. Because I don't wish success or failure on them. I just don't deal with it. And I'm cold with that, out of sight, out of mind. I'm good with that because that's the best way to go. That's how you cut people off, because at the same time, that's how they do you, out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind is the best.
That's
That's
exactly
the
what they
best. That's
did.
one of the best things you can do.
That's how
Really.
I go through life, out of sight, out of mind. I'm
We
not
be
about to
praying they
lose
stay
myself.
together. Like, please
Spend
stay with that new supply. Please don't mess that one up.
And then people try to threaten you with, "I'ma leave." I tell people, don't threaten me with a good time.
Right.
Like I said, man, as long as you treat them, when you're dealing with somebody, you gotta give them your best, people.
Yes, sir.
Give them your best, because when you give someone your best, when if it doesn't work, you never regret the fact that I gave you everything I could. I gave you my best. I showed you the best I could show you in me, and that wasn't good enough. Guys,
Yep.
if you've given you anything your best effort, you can walk away from it with your head held high. But if you
Yep.
know you just being as petty as you can and this and that, you're not giving it the effort, that's how they're going to convince you to keep on trying again and do this again. Can you give me one more chance? And you ready to do that because you're like, okay, maybe if I do this time, they'll act right. But maybe if I give them my better attitude, then they'll act right.
No.
Give them your best when you're there, so you don't have to even second guess or question when they come. And when you see that phone number come back up on your phone, you like, whoa. Even though I knew you would be back, the answer
If you
is
ain't, if you
no
ain't got no
contact.
kids by them, I don't know why you ain't got them blocked on everything.
There you
You can have
go.
kids bound and still have them blocked on everything. That's like,
I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
good.
I did it.
But you should.
There you go.
Yeah, or you gotta save them like I save the name as the narcissistic devil. So every time it come up, that's what I see. So I know exactly what I'm dealing with every time. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
Mario had a point like too, like if when you do get healed and everything, they giving the best, even though like everybody probably did that with the narcissist, and that's why they became obsessed and wanted you to be like their number one property. But when you do like do that, it's no regrets. Like, you can be like, okay, well, at least I tried, and I know that was one thing I could say, even though that thing turned like extremely violent, but it was like, I know that I did everything that I could possibly do to help make
Everything.
somebody else's life better. And it's like, as long as you can walk away with that, they can't really get you on that whole devalue, like, oh, this person is this and that, da, da, da. No, they can't do that, because you will know your worth and know where you stand on that. So
I mean,
anything
don't
that I'm gonna do is 100. And then
don't
if it's
hold somebody
bad, it's that.
at a higher value than you hold yourself, then there's no way that they can even get you, because you value yourself more than you value somebody else. And that's our problem. The men be women centered and the women be male centered. And that's how they get us, because we make them our everything our entire life. And I'm not doing that. I don't care who I'm with. I'm not doing that no more in life. I'm not. So Harry, oh, stop
I
laughing at
did that with the marriage. Like, I do be
Hey, hey,
honest. Like,
China,
not as
I
far as
am
like
my heart
what
used to
you
be
not
Harry.
gonna do. What you not gonna do is come up in here and talk about what you not gonna do. Okay.
What I'm not gonna do is
I feel like as far as like not to a fault where you just allowing yourself to kind of be degraded and things, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like old school though. I do be like, all right, what do you want to do? Like, just like your needs and all that. But it's not as far as what the narc could do. I did learn some things from that. One, you don't just get married like right away, and then two, you do have to test a person out and kind of see how a person is on the inside for a period of time, because you can be tricked.
Well,
the
narcissists teach
Bible
you
says
boundaries.
the
They teach you
Bible
Yeah,
says protect
boundaries.
your heart, and that's what I'm doing.
yeah.
So
You gotta guard your. That is so
Hey, you
hard.
gonna be one of them
You're
girls to get the
all in
tattoo? Is
person.
you gonna be one of them girls to get the tattoo like right here with the heart with the knife in it?
oh heck no. uh-uh. I'm not
Hey,
Harry. I'm not
Man,
Harry.
Harry, are you seeing
look,
that?
y'all. Look, y'all. Yeah, listen, let me say this, y'all. Hey, let me say this for China. Y'all gonna see China happily married one day soon, believe it or not. Y'all gonna see China happily married one day soon, she gonna be the kind of wife that we dream about, and she gonna say, "I never thought, I never would have thought, I never would have thought. Nobody could have told me." Cause I say that because I see it. Cause everything she says she ain't gonna be.
I
We
always keep
didn't
my
know.
words, don't I?
We're like, I ain't talking to nobody
Ooh,
ever, never
she
again.
done China done ate her with. That might be the new way out right there. Say, man, I don't see how I'm gonna make this happen,
Yeah.
but it happened.
For sure.
Ain't no way that I'm gonna do this again, but I did it.
Hurry up, but I'm afraid to give my heart to people now. I think this one here, I think I'm sticking true to that one. Bible says protect your
There you
heart.
go. There you
So I don't know,
go.
man.
Listen, if you like it, I love it. I'm telling you, I done spoken into existence. This is what's happening. This is what's coming.
I could just say, um, sometimes might eat your words. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really have much to say on that topic. Because is there anything new you can learn about the narcissist?
I'm not really scared to give my heart to nobody, but at the same time, I just know what to look for now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Man,
mean?
you
Like
know
I know
what?
what to look for.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not afraid to give my heart up because I know that when you are intentional and you intentionally do the right thing, you are owed what you give. Okay? That is not my rule. That is Mother Nature. That is whatever you believe in. The laws of the universe, whatever it is that you feel, if you whatever you put out there,
Yeah.
you are owed that back. Now, for everybody that's wondering, well, why can't I get that from this narcissist? If you still wondering why you can't
Oh
get,
my gosh.
you only getting that craziness from the narcissist, just stay right here and we'll keep on telling you every week until you figure it out. Okay, for everybody else that have figured out that you cannot receive happiness in a narcissistic relationship, you cannot, you will not. It's not possible. But you welcome to stay in it for as long as you can handle it. For as
For sure.
long as you can put up and bear the disappointment, the daily disappointment, the
And this is
hourly disappointment. You can handle that, because we gonna just keep keeping notes and watch, as you waste time, because you wasting time. And that's really that was the biggest thing that really pushed me to do this channel, was because the one thing that I could never get back is time. And
Yeah.
that's what my goal is, to save people from wasting all of their time. You will dedicate your life to something that I promise you are going to regret the length of time that you stayed in it. Yeah, I know they done went out, they got married, they doing this, they doing that, they look so happy and blah, blah, blah. If you believe that lie, then just understand this. You are the only one
mm-hmm.
that believes the lie. The narcissist and their new spouse or whoever their spouse is, listen, they know better. They know the truth. If the narc was going to do right by somebody, none of y'all would have ever met the narc. They would
Right.
have did right 20 relationships ago.
Yeah.
They
And a
Yeah.
lot
not
of times
here
they
to
get
do
so
right.
toxic. The new person they with, both of them stalking you. It's like it's so crazy
Or they
and
might reach
weird.
out. They might even reach out to you to call you, like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
listen, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'd have had that happen to where it's like, man, I need to talk to you. Like, what is up with this girl, man? You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's the call based on the call of your life.
Come here, Daddy.
They gonna either have you'll either have like um them stalking, like both the narc and new supply stalking you. They exes is stalking you, like everybody watching you, and you be sitting there like, I didn't even know this character,
Yeah.
obviously. And but everybody's thought, hey, I just thought like that he changed because of you. Like they all, that whole image, if you were what they would consider whatever grade A supply, or you if you were just somebody that took the north from one level of type of living to another level, you are the one that everybody is stalking. Oh, look at y'all. We got a
Mhm.
little young guest here,
You know,
y'all.
turned your video sideways and everything, CJ.
Yeah.
Got his son in there. Ain't that cute?
Mhm. And that's the type, like narcs don't have their kids. Like that's the type of person, like when y'all do want to date somebody, that y'all would want is somebody that you can physically see interacts good with their children, because they always be having their little pictures and stuff, but you don't ever
Mhm.
see the children until you come around, you like the children person, and you're the one watching them.
There
But
you go.
that's, it's all an illusion. When we want to know if we
Oh,
learn something new about them, no, because everything they have to put out is a lie. We know that they're
oh.
lying, and that's old. That's old.
And
The
you know
only
what? I
way we
saw
know they
Lady T left a comment in the chat saying how they don't how her children and everything has been abruptly changed. But you
mm-hmm,
know what? When you have children with narcs people, that's something we ain't really addressed on here too much. But when you have a child with a narcissist, man, I'm gonna tell you, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Don't just expect this child to be like you.
mm-mm,
Don't expect that,
mm-mm,
because most of the time they're gonna have either some of the traits of the narc, and in some cases they have all the traits of the narc.
mm-hmm.
So don't think that you just gonna get along just because they're your children and they not gonna be this and they not gonna, man, you going to get it. You going through it. You done went out
Yeah.
here and had a child with a devil, and you
Mm-hmm.
waiting for life to improve, man.
And that
Good
child, I'm
luck with
telling you,
that.
you got to know spiritual warfare, especially if you breed it with them. 4 years old,
Yeah,
slap your leg. Like
good
you
luck
got to
with
know
that.
it, because they might have that rage in them. They might have something in them where you just got to address it in the spirit so that it don't grow. And then you constantly plant love seeds, but they gaslight the children, even the ones that's not theirs. So even if they're sad for a moment, it's because they've been gaslit. Over time they will
Mhm.
see the benefit of not having this person, because a lot of times when, if you weren't around them, they were saying things to the narcissist, like, I mean, to the children, like your other parent don't love you, they don't love you, I'm the one that love you, I'm doing this for you and I'm doing that for you, and why you think I always gotta put you in punishment because they want me to, I only gotta hurt you because they told me to. Like everything that they're doing is planting seeds of discord between you and them children, and they will like do the therapy with
Everything.
them, do those steps, because they will need it. You know,
Yeah.
it affects them a lot. Like my children went through a lot because of narcissists and decisions that I made. And that's something that, you know, you have to process. But God will get you through it. He'll get you through anything, and he'll help them children. And then it's so much better on the other side. Once your children see you stronger. I had an older son, he left his narc. You know, it's like, and two sons left their narc. Even the 18 left their narc. You know, their lives will start changing, and they don't end up in these destructive cycles, and you can break generational curses. But don't stay with the narc. You stay with the narc, it's going to mentally debilitate your children. That's what they dare
It
to do.
is.
That's what these
It
demons do.
absolutely is, man.
Whole
Your
household.
children having to be raised in that environment,
Yes.
man, that is a trauma on any child. However,
Mm-hmm.
remember, you basically made a contract with the devil when you had a child with the devil.
Oh yeah.
You know, and be have an understanding that, you know, anything can happen. You know, anything, if you might luck up, you know, you might get blessed and the child is normal, but that's rare.
Yeah.
Understand that's rare to have children with a narcissist and you just gonna have a happy life with all them children. It ain't
Mhm.
gonna happen. I'm gonna be straight with you. It ain't even gonna happen.
Even a teen dart, I had to check. I said, okay, because I'm gonna have to deal with Jesse now. While I see you did a transition because the manipulation, like that stuff starts. At first, it can start a little bit younger, but once that puberty hit, you'll really see something kind of manifest. And it was just like the way she would like shred the sun and just do all of this stuff to get what she wanted. And it's a look that they give, but you got to handle it. You got to know how to handle that in that moment. Because once
Yeah.
you disarm that thing, it ain't coming back. And so,
Mhm.
it's so crazy how once I called it out, how she just went into this performance, like she was crying and everything. I was like, man, what I'm not gonna do is keep dealing with Jezzy in the house. Like I'm not gonna deal with that. This you about to come out right now. You're not gonna be in her. Like it's not gonna happen. And you gotta address it then because you will grow up like if they get older, you would think they're hating you because this Jezzy that's in them like to have discord and strife between parent and child. So it'll make them like give you this evil eye, and then it'll make you feel a certain
Yep.
way about your child. You got to realize you in spiritual warfare. Address that thing, take authority over it, get that thing up out of there, and then teach the child why this have to be this way. Teach them consequences. Teach them, like everything is not entitlement. Teach them how to, help, go take them with you to go help the homeless or something, or do something to service other people so they don't feel this whole entitlement,
Egypt.
flashy and all of this stuff. Like we have to do that as parents, and it's hard when you're the only parent. And it is, I'm not gonna say it's like, I think it's different in households where it's like the father is the parent, the only parent, versus the mother is the only parent. Because being a mother, especially when I had sons and having like this kind of voice, it took so much effort to try to get them to do right or try to get them to listen, and it's so exhausting as you're healing because you're still trying to heal too, and you're dealing with all of these other things that's happening in life, and then you're trying to project and trying to get the children to listen, but they see you as, oh well, I'll do it when I want to do it. And even as they get older, and sometimes they want to buck up, it's like hard with that. But the male can come and have a different kind of voice or a different type of authority, and they do it,
That's
and it's like,
fear that person.
mm-hmm,
The male instills fear in the
yeah.
Mhm.
child, and I don't want the child to fear me in order to listen.
Right. And we're supposed to be
But
nurturers. It's supposed to
before
be
we
a
go there,
two-parent household.
y'all remember that's how God keep us in check through our
Mm-hmm.
fear, not through
Yeah.
just how much sunshine He gonna let us have. We fear God through fear, and we have a fear of doing wrong because of the penalty that comes when we out here doing wrong. So
Yeah.
one thing about fear is when you fear something, you're not going to forget that fear. But
Mm-hmm.
we tend to forget about how stuff we like or stuff we love. It's easy to, oh yeah, oh my fault, I forgot, blah blah blah, whatever. You're not going to forget about something that you fear when you know that is a consequence. You know that,
Yeah.
hey, if I don't go to work next week, man, some of these bills ain't gonna, boy, they
And
gonna be
it's
calling.
hard, like coming out of this, when you coming out of like narcissistic abuse, and you're the female having to deal with the after effects with the children. It's hard because they grew up seeing that man like really belittle you and abuse you and all of that stuff. So at first it's like a brief honeymoon period where everybody's trying to like reconstruct, but then the disrespect come, and then it's like all of the comments, and it can overwhelm a female because you're just thinking like, I just wish I had some help. But you never want to get to the point, because I've been there. You never want to get to the point where you reach out to this narcissist and feel like they about to come help with this household situation. that is a bomb waiting to explode, because it'll just get way worse. So don't do that. You will get through it, and if they will start to adapt, but you do have to work on things like having them boundaries with the children, like making sure they are disciplined. Discipline was hard, but you got to do it, and you got to do it with your female self. Like the man can come and be like and they listen, but you got to do it. You that's just how it is. I don't
I
know.
want to say something so bad, but I'm not.
You can say what you want to say. It's
Nah,
okay.
nah, I'm not gonna say it. But one thing I do notice is a difference between when young girls is coming into puberty and getting older, and then the young men. It's a difference. Like you can, like you said, you can see it coming up in the young female. Like some things, the females they just naturally do. You know, it's like, dang, she can't help, they can't help but do that. You know what I mean? And I'll be trying to teach my, like you said, you can see that jazzy creeping on up in them, and I'll be trying to teach my daughter right now. I'm trying to catch it. Like, no, no, you know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
try to teach her accountability. I try to teach her respect, self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
All of that, not being entitled. Just a lot of things that she do, man. I can see it, and I just be like, dang, this just it's just natural. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But being a father, you can catch it early, and you try to
And,
Yeah.
check that.
and being
When
a
you see
father
it,
with a
yeah, you
female,
do got to
what
step
you
through it when you see it. I'm gonna
you
say
can
this: when
imprint
you
love
talking
as a
about
father.
raising children, though, when you out here talking about raising children, I'm gonna say this to everybody, man. If you spoiling your child, man, your child ain't gonna be about nothing. I guarantee you going to
Hard.
regret that. The
because
people, your children might not like it growing up because you forcing them to work hard and earn stuff and have their mindset that you got to work in this world if you're going to have something. But for
Mm-hmm.
everybody trying to give your children the shortcut, and I'm gonna just give you this, and you ain't got to do nothing but look cute and act smart and act snotty and spoiled. You're gonna take care of that sorry joker for the rest of their days.
Yeah.
You
And narc
spoil that
families are
child.
good for enabling
Whew,
that. Like
good
they
God.
will overstep your parenting. Like
Yes,
the
indeed.
narc parents
And
will
they
over
not even gonna
grandparent.
respect you later.
Mm-hmm.
They
Especially
not.
if you had children young. But with a father and a daughter, you really can like plant love seeds, let them know they worth and everything else, and that helps. They usually gonna imprint off a female, like a young man will imprint off a male. It's like most people learn from imprinting, like whatever they see in an example, and it's
Hmm.
it's just hard. It's really just hard. Like narcs just really make it hard. They really shouldn't be parents.
Yeah.
And you
But
know
see,
what? I'm gonna tell you
that's the
something.
narc's role. That's the narc's role in the house. The narc's role in the house is to throw that family structure off.
Yeah.
Yep,
They are
yep.
there specifically to make sure that there is no real discipline in that home. A
Yeah.
narcissist isn't going to be in a home where there is real structure,
Mm-mm.
where there's real accountability. A narcissist is never going to be in that situation at all. They despise structure,
They
male
want,
and female.
yep, they want full control, but no structure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They
You see
want to
what I
have
mean?
full
They
autonomy
want full
over that
control. They want to be
household.
able to cause pain, hurt, and frustration, anger, break the peace and everything whenever they want to. That's what they want to do.
Yep.
And another thing that really pisses me off, man, is when you have a plan for your child and somebody else, like you said, they want to, like my children don't eat pork. So when somebody, like when I take them on my mama house, I know my mama. I know that she might spitefully still feed my children pork,
That's what they do.
and go over my authority and do it deliberately out of spite for me. Man, that be making me so mad when I see people do that when it come to my children, because I'm looking at your children. You messed up all your children. I'm not messing up my children.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So don't try. When
And
I say
that's
my
what you
children
gotta
can't get
do.
involved in something, and I don't want my children looking at something or doing something, don't go behind my back, because I look at it almost like you trying to destroy my children. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm trying
And
to
that's
take my
really what
children
it is.
out of the devil's world and from the devil's influence, and you trying to give them the devil's influence. And it really, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I really was about to hurt some people for doing that, man. I had to
That's
really
what
tell
they
some of my
do.
family
Like,
members, like
yeah.
Negroes, I'm not raising Negroes over here. That's what y'all want. And y'all wanted my children to be like that, but my children ain't like that. My children is being raised by me, caution. And y'all really know what I'm about. And they resent you for being like that and having the type of spirituality you have, your religion, your diet, the way you see the world. They know what you gonna teach your children. And out of spite for you, they want to go behind your children back and teach them otherwise. You know what I mean? It really makes me mad when I see that.
Yeah.
They would do everything opposite, and they would put your
Yeah,
children in harm's way. I
Yeah.
literally like had issues even with the 18-year-old, like when they were younger, and they put my mom took them. I'm like, I don't want them to go there. I was at work. They
yeah,
did their
yeah.
little shenanigans. He got seriously hurt, and it was like, I told you, they want to make sure that they not only overstep your parenting, because
Yeah,
it's a they want this thing to where the children, when they feel like they are in need, they go to them before they go to you. And
yeah,
so
yeah,
they want to over grandparent, and then they want the values and things that you have, they do the opposite.
yeah. They
They
go
get
against
them
your value
hooked on
system.
substances.
They
They
go
get them
against your
dressing
value
all
system.
crazy. They let them do the
Hmm.
partying and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
It gets crazy when you're dealing with the narcosphere, the family unit,
yeah,
and to really
yeah,
get out of the relational patterns of narcissism. You have to be able to separate from the family patterns. You got to go to the roots and see how you got like that. What keeps you even in a mindset of it? Like, it was a season where I knew, like, I only might think about this situation or whatever if I go around the family and they bring it up. Like, hey, we've been looking at because I still be following them and everything. We looking at their videos, we doing this, or they might invite them to something,
There you go.
knowing you gonna be there. That's some crazy stuff. Cause it's like, if anybody severely attacks somebody that's your loved one, why would you have anything to do with that person? The
yeah,
Narc family
Exactly.
will, and then they'll watch your reaction. And then if you just turn around and leave, they'll be like, oh, I don't know why you are always so emotional. Like, really? But they want to see you snap.
They
And
have
Yep.
you
that.
get
They have that.
right.
They have that. You not giving your children no childhood. You not letting them do what.
All of that.
I don't want to raise my children like you raise your children, and you should respect that. I would respect anybody who raised their children. Like my daughter, when she goes swimming, I don't let her wear uh no bikini type swimsuit. She wears a t-shirt and she wears some shorts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's weird when I be seeing people with their daughters and their little 9, 10-year-old daughters. You know what I mean? They got them dressed like that, and I just, I'm
Yeah,
not with that, man. I'm not with that.
right.
I tell my daughter to put on
Yeah.
shorts. You know what I
Yeah. Yeah.
mean? When there's boys in the
You gotta
house,
teach your children
period.
some self-respect, man. Because this world, as you can see, the last
Mm-hmm.
50 years, respect ain't something that's being taught, and not in this world.
Yeah,
Now,
They're being taught to disrespect,
yeah.
yeah,
you know.
And that
yeah.
the
They want to
parents
do.
are wrong and to go against the parents. And that other narc
That's it.
parent is going to anti-parent. Like,
Yeah,
that's one thing you can expect. You can ask for some daggone cornflakes, and they gonna be like, "No, don't eat cornflakes. Eat this. Eat something
yeah.
else." Like,
There you go.
it can be so minimum. Like,
Even if they trying to do even if they call themselves like doing the right thing, they overdo it to where it becomes like a punishment. They always punishing the child for
oh
something.
yeah,
Like they gaslight
They're
the
not gonna
children
do the
too. They will
yeah,
gaslight the children too. Like let's say like if you want your children to read, you would think it to outsiders it'll look like a good thing, like they make them
Mhm.
read, but they be doing it for petty reasons that like the child shouldn't even really be in trouble for that, but you
Mhm.
are punishing them for being a child on some Joe
Mm.
Jackson type shit. You know what I
Forever
mean?
punishment.
Yeah,
Doors off, like
always in trouble. Just
mentally.
always in trouble
Yeah.
for something petty. You know what I mean? And they overdo the punish. The punishment don't ever fit the crime, is what I'm
It
really
does
trying to
not
say.
fit the crime. That
But
was
it be
100.
looking like it to other people on the outside. It'll look like they really doing the right
Yeah.
thing, but they really be just that narcissism is they're getting off. They're getting fuel from
Yeah.
punishing their
Brain attack.
children like that.
Yes, because
You know
they
what I
make it.
mean?
Children have natural joy. They
Yeah,
hate joy.
Right.
So if they can just
yeah,
crush their spirits. I mean,
yeah,
growing up, we stayed on punishment. Stayed on
yeah,
punishment. It was
yeah,
horrible. That's
yeah,
what they do. No
yeah,
doors. You won't have no privacy. No
yeah,
electronics for like the
yeah,
whole year. If you
yeah,
even say something, if you're about to get the electronics, they're gonna trigger the children to have something, some outburst or something they might say, oh, no
yeah,
electronics again for another week. They enjoy hurting the children. Like, I
yeah,
mean, the stuff I caught on camera, I mean, it's just like the stuff
yeah,
that they do when I say it's evil, these are some evil, evil people. Like, I
yeah.
can't even begin to
Mm-hmm.
explain how evil they are.
Make
That's true.
they these the type of parents, they want to keep the child at home doing homework.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? It seemed like it's a good thing, but no, it's not.
No.
They doing that to like they really be doing some sick stuff to their children, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
you know what I mean? Like it's
And they
summer
love it.
break, they still just it's like they be in
Ain't no
military.
break.
Yeah.
They have ain't no break.
Ain't no break.
All right, yo.
It's like a drill. They be having like this military drill sergeant
Yeah.
type mindset towards their
Yeah.
children, man. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
crazy, man. You're not a good parent. You're an
It's a
abuser, really.
vendetta.
But you
It's
emotionally
a
abusing
vendetta.
the child.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
It's a
like
vendetta.
yeah, and
that's
be
Hey,
why
gaslighting
they
the
need
child.
some help,
it's time to
because
talk.
they will break them down mentally. Then everything is the other parent's fault.
And
Like
then what they'll
everything
do is
is bad fault.
when soon as that child get 14, 15, they old enough to sneak out that window and go out on their own.
They
Now you
gone.
got a rebellious, you
They
know what I
gone.
mean? Don't want to listen.
They gone.
Because of the way you treated the child, they knew you didn't love the child. Know you don't love them.
There
Yeah.
you go. There
You
you
know
go.
what I mean? But other people might be like, yeah, you doing the right thing. But no, you really had to. It's because they don't really even be having no connection to their children.
Mhm.
You know
At
what I
12,
mean?
13, I was gone. And then I was making different birth certificates. Like, I just need to work. I need to get a car, all that stuff so I can be a little older at that
Mm-hmm.
time so I can get around and all of that. That's the kind of life you'll have to live with them because
Yeah,
they don't care. And it's whoever they deal with, whoever
Mm-hmm.
they decide they want to be with at a certain
Mm-hmm.
time, they coming for you.
There
So
you go.
that's how narc parents are, especially if you get stuck with a narc mom, even if they like
There you
covert
go.
over whatever, still think you in that thing for survival, pretty
yeah,
much.
There
yeah,
And
you
then
go.
yeah,
if they deal with you, it's got to be for benefit. Like if you can, like they'll use you to link up with somebody, even in high school, that is, selling some things, paraphernalia.
yeah,
If it's the things that they do, and then
yeah,
they want to make sure you constantly have that connection, and that's it. They don't care about your life. They don't care if the other person get mad or
No.
want to threaten you. They just want to make sure you need to talk to somebody that do this because I need this.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
And so eventually you
Because it's
just be
all
like,
about.
I can just like do my own thing.
Hurry up, you
But
getting sleepy, man?
Nah, man. My
they do
eyes are
not
just
mention
red
that
naturally.
stuff. But like then you go to cookouts and things with these family members, even with all of that stuff that happened. And I'm telling you, they will gaslight you. That happened to you? I can't
Yeah,
believe that happened to you. Why didn't you say anything? Bro, you
yeah,
set it up. It'd be like that Delulu. So you got to
yeah,
get to the root of how you ended up with that narc, and then you will find out it's that tree, the tree. And then you got to handle that. You got to put them boundaries. You got to start cutting things off. You got to never let yourself get gaslit. And don't
Yeah,
try to rationalize
Yeah.
and be like, hey, let's talk this out because this all happened. You'll never get a straight answer.
yeah,
Set
Yeah,
yeah.
up.
that's how it is sometimes, though, at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, we just cleared out another Friday night. So before we get out of here, we're going to let everybody chime in. China phone ran out of charge. Okay, let
Hey,
me tell
mine
y'all what
did
it
too.
really is.
Mine
That's
did
how
too.
it be. That's how it be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We catch her next week, though. So
yeah.
before we get out of here, guys, we want y'all to give everybody a positive something to think about, for the weekend, to get us through this wonderful
I don't
weekend
know. I
and
gotta see
and
what
be able
what
to enjoy some life a little bit.
I have to
What
see.
y'all
What is
got?
they saying in the comment? Do anybody got something they want to speak on real quick in the comment before I get out of here?
They said you blinged up.
They said what?
They said you blinged up.
Oh, blinged
They
up.
didn't say that. Yeah,
No,
Thanks,
no,
God.
no,
they didn't say that.
no,
I
man. We
said that.
we gonna we gonna
Okay,
give them
well,
their
I just
Ain't
want to say,
nobody say
keep your
that
head up,
crazy.
man. Y'all keep y'all head up and keep learning. Don't look at the narc. Stop stalking the narc. Or don't have. You got to just cut off all access. It's the same stuff that we be hearing over and over, man. But when you go through this, man, it's almost like you got to like continuously consume information about these people because it's like you're seeking validation because what happened to you, you really don't understand it. You like, I cannot believe that I actually was dealing with this, man. It's really a crazy demonic spirit that you was dealing with. So just keep
Mhm.
looking at, come check with Harry-O. It's a lot of people talk, man. It's a lot of people that really be talk, and everybody be hitting it from different point of view. That's what I like about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, you're gonna be all right, man. But it is a struggle, man. I still struggle sometimes. I still will catch myself like, man, like I can't believe that. My situation was just completely destroyed that I really invested in and I wanted so bad, you know what I mean? But you just
Mhm.
gotta let it go. It's just a scar that you got on you that will heal, but you will always probably see that wound. Um, but yeah, you'll get over it, man. Things get better, man, especially out of sight, out of mind. That works the best. Out of sight, out of mind. When you don't pay them no attention. If you ain't got no family with them, nothing, you don't have to see them or hear from them. Just keep it pushing, man, and that'll help your mind to where you're not even thinking about them as much. You know what I mean? So,
There
yeah,
you
that's
go.
all I'm saying, man. Because I can go on.
It's all good.
Appreciate
It's all good.
we appreciate you.
They had good comments. Yeah, it was good comments.
Yeah,
I did want to say, like, as far as leaving something with, just please remember to stay safe. Like, we are approaching like this holiday season, and narcs be narking.
Woo.
Narc,
Narc
narc,
be
narc.
narc.
That's what they do.
It's coming.
So when we approaching this season, we want to make sure that we are guarding our hearts, like not having those weak spots, not letting them try to gaslight with the children, like, hey, I just want to come and like see this and all of that stuff. You want to make sure you keep strong boundaries with them, and you want to make sure you always remember the hell that you came out of, because that is all that they have to offer. I don't care if they have a new car. I don't care if they have a new coat. I don't care if they got new teeth. I don't care about none of that stuff when you're dealing with this narc, because you have to remember these are the same people that try to end your life and probably your children's life. Getting a brake line cut, that would have unalived everybody. So when somebody is that hateful and that spiteful, there is nothing good that they want to say to you. Even if it's a false apology, it's nothing good in that. And if you keep in the process, keep letting your brain reconstruct, those new neural pathways start developing, and you can develop them for love and for good and for kindness, and you can have the life that you was meant to have. Like, you don't have to be the victim or the broke down person. you can be the person you were shining to be in the beginning. So you want to make sure that you get over all of the pain, heal properly, process that stuff through. It took 3 years. It sometimes it take that long, but I was determined, like, I will never ever go back into that kind of situation with any narcissist. It wasn't just like going back to the same one, any of them. So when you make up your mind, like, no, I'm gonna learn the tools that I need to learn so that I'm not attracting the same type of thing, that's the type of person that you want to get to. And that's the you that has came out of the matrix. You'll learn a whole lot, but you'll get through it. And you want to keep having this support, keep hearing these things, keep seeing other people's stories that's in different phases of this, so that you don't be discouraged and you don't go back and you don't feel bad if you have rumination, because rumination will stop. So I just want to hopefully help somebody through that. Hopefully help them through these PTSD days, because those are the hardest. But always know that the best is yet to come. You still a bright shining star. Like, it was you who had the joy and the glow up. It was never the narc. You were the one that was bright, and you still got it in you.
Rumination, that shit be painful, bro. That be painful, boy.
That's a part of the process,
Live
champ.
inside the brain, let it come
That's
out.
a part of the your pain is a part of the process, ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
Mhm.
you're gonna grow when you have some pain in your life.
Hmm.
Every last one of us, we have grown from this pain.
Yep.
Okay, every last one of us has grown. So if you're looking for it to not be painful and to just be able to walk out, singing "Kumbaya" and it wasn't bad at all, I can go. Then you just go do it again. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That pain came in your life for very specific reasons, ladies and gentlemen. That pain is needed.
Yeah.
It is needed. That process that we went through, we needed all of that. We needed it to be as crazy as it was. We needed it to be that way because that's showing us the level we were set at. And a lot of us think we have boundaries, but when you look back at your relationship, you can see I didn't have no boundaries. Where? Boundaries where? Because they did anything they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They did everything they wanted to do. And you ain't even stand up and buck not one time. You sitting there, huh? Well, call me when you get back. I'll talk to you when you get back then. Because at the end of the day, when you get in a situation like that, and I'm saying this for all of us, we lost ourselves in that. We lost ourselves in that crazy mess, man. Tonight, I asked the question: is there anything new to learn about the narcissist? I asked it for a very specific reason. I asked it because I want everybody to know no, ain't nothing new going on in the narc world. Nothing. Okay. The lie ain't nothing but another lie attached to another lie. Same that they used to do back in the day. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. They are here as tyrants. That's it. The sooner you recognize it, the better your life is going to be when you start to show, I get it now. I see it
Yeah.
for what it's worth. And then you can just go on with your life and live it and enjoy it. But when you
Can I
stay in
say
a
this?
situation too long, you
Can I
just
say
waste
this,
your
Ariel?
time.
It just crossed my mind, man. I don't want to extend the show, but I did a video. I deleted it on my channel. One way that they create that trauma bond, what the trauma bond is the narc. When you with the narc, they cause so many problems, but you never fix the problems. So what happens is for every time they start a problem, and then they just act like nothing happened and y'all get back on good terms. Then they start another problem and they act like nothing happens, y'all get some good. After so many years of dealing with that, and then they just discard you. You got a lot of problems in your brain that you never did fix. The brain
Right.
is designed to fix problems. So you
Mm-hmm.
stuck with all this unresolved trauma and problems, but you think you want to reach out and get back with the narcissist. No, the brain is actually trying to get back to that problem and fix it so that you can move on. That's one way they trauma bond you, is by having your brain stuck somewhere. You still stuck on the problem from 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, trying to come with a solution and fix that. And you think that it's a yearning to be back with the narcissist. If y'all, I promise you, if you was with a regular healthy person and y'all had issues and y'all fixed it, and then towards the end of the relationship y'all decide to break up for whatever reason and went y'all separate ways, you'll be able to let it go a lot easier because they didn't leave you stuck with a bunch of confusion that you're trying to figure out and wrestling in your head all these problems that you still stuck with. So that's just wanted to think about that, man. I just wanted to make that note. You know what I mean? That's part of that trauma bond, man. It's really a lot of unresolved issues that you still wrestling with at your mind. And I wish I could find a way that you can just get it out of your mind. You know what I mean? And let it go and release it so that you can move on and you won't keep going back to three,
Well,
four,
that's
five,
that's the
15 years
issue.
ago.
Deliverance.
That's the
Just
issue.
snatch it out.
The issue is
Pull it out.
that you've listened to that script and not knowing that when you listen to lies, you don't really understand the effect that a lie has on you.
Yeah.
Because what you just described, it all it's saying is that you listening to someone that lied to you on a daily basis. Because the way your mind works is when somebody tells you a lie, it doesn't actually go in that ear and go out the other one. When they tell you a lie, it's just circulating and it continues to circulate. That's why that person stays on your mind for so long. You still trying to figure out one of those lies or all of the lies that they've been telling you. You're still trying to make sense out of everything.
Yeah.
And you're not able to fix the problem because they haven't given you a solution yet. And that's what you're sitting there waiting for. And it's just screaming around in circles in your head. That's the reason why you go no contact,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to take some time for your mind to clear itself of all of that residue that was left from all of those lies for all of the time that you were there with that person. Your mind naturally is trying to make sense out of things that will never make sense, because that's what the mind naturally does. That was your position when you were in that relationship. They break it, you fix it. So
Yeah.
when you're in a situation where now you're trying to fix you, the difficulty comes in because you're trying to make sense out of all of these lies. And you're never going to be able to make sense out of these lies. That's the
Yeah.
design. That this devil knows, man, they already know what all them lies are going to do to you. You're going to be trying to figure it out. And when you're trying to figure it out, inevitably that's what keeps that person on your mind. We wonder why they lie so much. They're lying because they know I'm going to tell you so many lies, you won't be able to forget me.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly why you cannot forget them. You want to get the one thing we want to do is get that person off our mind. But guess what? You know why it's so easy for them to get you off of their mind? Because you came into the relationship with truth. You didn't leave them with a quagmire. They don't have to figure out the truth. It's self-explanatory. So therefore, they can just walk right on past you. When you dealt with somebody that's just a habitual liar, you cannot forget some of the crazy mess that that person was saying to you simply because it's unsolvable. Your mind cannot solve that craziness. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump out. We had another wonderful week here. You know, I want everybody Go out and just enjoy your life this weekend. You know, for everybody stuck, that feels stuck in that situation with the narc, you know, it'll get better once you start getting better. But remember, the longer you stay there, man, the worse of this thing is, the worse it's going to be, the harder it becomes to let go, further, so on and so forth. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. Treat yourself like you deserve better. You know, life ain't going to get better until you decide that it's going to get better. Remember, there's nothing more powerful in the universe than a made up mind.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you make your mind up that you're going to be, that you're going to do, that's what's going to happen. And you don't even have to say it after that. Your mind, when your mind is made up that this is what it is, you don't even have to say nothing after that. It's because that's what it is. So we're gonna leave y'all out of here tonight. We're gonna leave you the same way we came in here, with nothing but love, peace, and soul train. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank my special guests to coming in here this evening. I appreciate y'all. It's been a stone cold blast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm about to go ahead and pass out on both sides.
Hopefully y'all get rest.
And y'all add me on Instagram, man. Caution Ruthless Soldier. Peace.
And Keisha, what's yours, Keisha?
Man, she done
Keisha
clicked
jumped
off.
out.
Man, yeah, they